my brain's going faster in my mouth, so I'm just like, but here's the thing, it goes like this and this thing. I'm like, I'm not, I definitely gotta be careful because I know how I can come across sometimes as like, I'm not mad, I'm not being like, fuck you, it's this way. I'm just like,
Are you originally from Texas?
I am. Though
Interesting.
nobody
That's
thinks that.
a very East Coasty kind of thing.
Hello, internet.
Hello, internet. Meow, meow, meow.
Pew
And
pew
that's what's
pew.
wrong with pointing stories.
And that's what's wrong with pointing stories.
And I think just Pixar.
I
is
wanted
totally
shirt sizes and they wanted
losses.
prime numbers, and now the building's burned down.
They say it's not time, it's effort, but it's also not per person. So it's like
I have so many opinions about that.
Yeah.
This is the wrong stream for that, but I have so many opinions about that. And also not my job anymore. We were just having a little something set off a rant in the kitchen right before I was making tea about something about coding. I don't know about how software engineering is not actual engineering, and they shouldn't be
Oh
calling it that.
yeah, I like that you were like something set it off, and I was like, there are two people that live at our house.
But I was like, oh, right,
Somebody.
It was
that is
the
also
bunny.
not my job anymore, and I don't have to care whether it's right or not.
Yeah, it was a lovely moment. And then I learned that Mark dared his way into the pay level.
Yeah.
That
My first job 8 years ago at Galvanize Teaching was I was contracting at the time, and they called me up and were like, we're going to be teaching people coding and and I was like, this is clearly a scam.
What a joke.
What a joke. And so I went along with, because when scammers and telemarketers call me, I go along with it because their time is definitely more valuable than mine.
I have heard them beg. I have heard them like hang up on him.
Oh no.
So
So
great.
I thought it was just a scam, and so I went along with it. And then at the point where they asked how much money I went, I said too much, and they were like, "Cool." I was like, "All right, yeah, let's go." Oh yeah, I'll meet you at a coffee shop because the office isn't built yet. Okay, I'll sign this contract. Okay, cool. I'm going to the office Christmas party now. Let me know when this is done.
You know, there's a story
and
like
then when
that.
my second job called after that, and they were like, "What did you make at the last job?" I said, "This much money," and they were like, "All right." How is it still working?
There was the star of The Crying Game appeared in a total of 2 films, The Crying Game and Stargate. And they're in Stargate for like 2 minutes total. And it was that sort of deal of they just didn't want to do movies anymore. And they got approached for this one. It's like, how much money do you want? $5 million for the one day I'm going to be on set.
Okay.
And that was the second movie they did.
And now I don't work anymore. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't understand millionaires who continue to work.
No, I would be like, that's good. That's so.
Yeah,
more
I
than
won.
plenty.
I won capitalism. I did it.
Give me a star.
I mean, admittedly, I'd still do the things I like doing, playing in bands and acting,
but not working for other people.
None of which
you didn't want to do.
No. Well, but those people, that's no problem. We've talked about this before. Those people have a sickness called must see number go up.
Yeah.
I was telling Keith
I will have something that they will never have: satisfaction.
I was telling Keith and Mark about Dungeon Clawler, which is this demo for a roguelike with a like claw mechanic. You have a tub of your equipment and you drop the claw in, and it's like, oh, I got 5 swords I can attack the guy with. I have now found a game-breaking strategy where I am defeating enemies with like 100 hit points with like a 2,000 point attack. And I'm like, I still want to see number go up. It's like,
make number go up.
This is not right.
Let's see, I have my Obsidian notes here.
Oh, Ben, can you say something? You said you wanted to check on the laptop microphone.
Yes. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yep.
Can you hear my chips?
We can hear you.
And I've got my compression set on the settings, so we'll see if I'm too soft next time, or this time. We'll see.
Sounds all right to me.
So soft.
You know, it was funny watching the stream to catch up last week, which is a good segue, I guess, to where we were last week. But I was like, oh, like Peter sounds quiet, but no one else is complaining. And then we came back from break and Heath was like, Peter, you're a little quiet. I'm like,
Oh no.
it wasn't just me. Good. Okay.
Yeah, where were we last week? My notes say, no, great. My notes say, we're camping with Cletus in the woods. That's right.
What?
Mm.
Oh my God,
We
I don't remember this.
We opened with Hugh's narration. Um, Ren's complication with the fear bag. I just have a note that says Hugh God eaten. Yeah, I guess
Whoa.
been eating gods, I guess.
Hmm.
Found out that Mog ditched the Watcher of the Wings for some reason and became a cook. Those are notes myself. Ren, oh yeah, Salesa told Ren get that little red book for them. Then you did a journey scene from the market to the clutching woods. Came across a roadside dig, the saint of the watchful step, bullhorn mouths, eyes all seeing, static, multi-layered fences and safety stuff, extra metal detectors. Sure, it's fine. Bastion turned down for roll. I think that was a flashback. And Julius was Hugh's childhood friend. That's how I said it in my brain. Turned down for roll. And then you entered the clutching woods. All the trees and plants were black at the base and roots for some reason. There's a suspicious lack of bird song. There's low frequency calls from the woods. You guys did this to yourself.
Oh yeah, we did. We did those parts.
There's no moss in the shadows of the trees. You met up with a pox monk named Sister Quarrel at a fallen log and helped her.
I remember
move
this
it.
now. Okay, I was
She
there.
went on her way on her cool motorcycle and eventually made it to an abandoned lumber mill. And that's kind of where the road ends. There's woods all around, but you know that the skeletons are further in. You poked around the lumber mill, found that there's a lot of wood with weird grain that you can't cut across the grain. Fucking curl it, Mabel.
The real nightmare.
No reason.
I like that I thought I made that up, but I think I probably just heard it from you
Nope,
complaining about wood.
I have a dice tower made from that kind of wood. It makes me so mad. No matter how long it's been cut down, the wood never dries. It keeps sprouting. You met up with Cletus, who is an amateur mycologist in the woods, hanging out.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of creepy signs in the woods, prayer signs that you don't necessarily recognize. You make a campfire, and you know the skeletons are further through the woods, but now it is nighttime, and you're camping in the woods with Cletus.
You just reminded me to check. I don't remember. Did I pick my advancement last time or not?
Oh yeah. Are there advancements that need to be taken?
Oh,
I was about to look at because I
think I
remember.
do
I
too.
did not.
Also, if you want to change your questions, change your questions.
That's
Oh,
a
thank
good
you.
idea.
Yeah.
Since I did it last time.
I also have some wishes. Ren wants to understand their new move. You all want to complete an assignment, theorize on the Dusk Mother, get Ben back up to speed, figure out what dangers happen in the woods, and warden assignment is what I have. What does that mean?
Probably nothing.
The other assignment. Let's go look at the other assignments so I know what that means. Currently, open assignments are the Dusk Mother, which you are deep in. Your questions are: how is the angel bound to the skeleton family? The dice roller is on the info tab.
Thank you.
The how's the angel bound to the skeleton family? Complexity 4. That lets you resolve it by weakening, driving away, or destroying the angel. But we're probably going to do what purpose drives the angel, complexity 6, which lets you resolve the angel by resolve the assignment by freeing the angel from the skeleton family and showing it something else it can protect. That gives you a cool special move called the Dusk Mother's Embrace as well. Floating market. We resolve the first question. We need to decide. Oh no, you did both the questions. That's right. Now you have to act on it. The question was the notes are not filled in. but it was the Godflesh Bites, and you want to get the guys you work with to help getting rid of the Glottage police there and take a cut of that somehow, manage it, mitigate it. Super good time. It'll work fine. And then the third one is the warden, the
It
sleepless
sounds like you
warden.
don't believe in us.
Yeah, it'll be great. They're totally into that.
We could just kill all the Glottage police, though.
I mean,
No.
it's only a matter of time, right?
Yeah.
Sleepless Warden. Has the warden been awakened intentionally or accidentally? Complexity 2. And then that unlocks the other two questions. How can it be pacified, or what new purpose could it serve? But you're nowhere near there right now.
In the interest of quickness and decision juice, I just bumped my presence up to 3.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
All the presence goes to.
Easiest thing that
it's like
requires the
These
least amount of thought.
These plays are about to get awesome.
Maybe we'll stop
No
disappointing the
disappointments.
watcher.
We won't stop being a disappointment.
We'll only get like conspiracy clues.
Yeah, exactly. It's
I know.
conspiracy clues from here on out.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have conspiracy clues. Oh, that was the traces of an unfamiliar prayer mark repeated in unlikely places. That was the last conspiracy clue that you got there. I should keep that conspiracy sheet open. So
Where are the conspiracy clues listed? Oh, there they are. Okay.
on the left side of the
Yeah.
assignments tab.
4 of them.
You don't need to worry.
4
about
out
this
of
just
8.
yet. 4 out of 8. Yeah.
Oh, that's not
Yeah.
many.
Nope, that's way less than the other ones.
I thought there would be more.
Yeah,
of
well.
those.
Oh, when 8 or more conspiracy clues are listed, fields to track the confrontation will become visible.
Mhm.
Wow. I thought we had more time.
Mm. You do get more.
Wow.
I feel like in this game you get more clues via like journeying and stuff than through rolls. So I think it. I was talking / listening to folks on the Discord about like their playtests and stuff. They like it works out, but like the not the tempo, but like the shape of how
Yeah.
rolls go works out a little bit differently. But the timing and stuff works out the same somehow. So I'm curious to see how that works myself.
It kind of makes sense it being a horror, not a mystery, too, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The clues happen to you.
Yeah. Where you're like, these keep flying at me. We keep passing things and seeing things.
Yeah, I think you all got maybe not.
Oh, wait. I'm not supposed to be able to do that. I have 2 of my questions are the same.
I mean, I
Can I
suppose you
just-
can do that.
Can I undermine the
Double
orders of my
down.
superiors twice?
Or
Yeah,
once and
why
it
not?
counts for 2.
Sorry.
You just hacked the system, Nick.
I cheated.
Pick the same question twice and you only got to do one thing to get 2 points.
I was just feeling especially stubborn.
Or you're just kind of putting all your chips on one thing. Either you get 2 or 0.
2 or 0.
All in. I also posted in the Discord about the infinite clue hack where you could just travel between destinations and never actually investigate or roll. I was like, just get all the clues and then solve
This
it
is-
and get
there
all
you
the
go, it's
clues
just
and
a-
solve it.
Turn this thing into a road movie.
Yep. Never have to get out of the car. It's great.
No.
And I was like, yeah, but on one of our journey scenes, one of our custodians kind of poked at this road shrine of chewed gum and they'll be fine. But
We've been in the car for 12 hours. Let's turn around and go back to
Car
that
safe
other
now.
mystery and also not get out of the car.
There never was a car.
We just keep driving between the 3 mysteries but never getting out.
Like
Yep.
the first scene of National Lampoon's Family Vacation where they're charting things out.
Till Mark is like, the car breaks down.
Like,
Grab
All
the
right,
other
There's
car from
plenty
the
of bad
tree.
things that happen on the journey scene.
We
so
walk back to the other location.
keep walking.
keep walking. Cool. And so that's where we are. We are in the Clutching Woods right now, hanging out with bring that up.
We just,
Hanging out with Cletus, the amateur mycologist.
can we check in on our end of session questions just so we know ahead of time? what
Yeah.
everybody's
Good
up
idea.
to, what to set each other up for?
Mine are, did you undermine the orders of your superiors and vulnerability, being vulnerable to someone?
Mine are monologue and undermine.
Yeah.
I'm also going to monologue and connect with the local community.
And I have monologue and vulnerability. So
Well,
Some
fuck, I'm gonna monologue too.
All
we'll
right,
set
time
each
for
other
4
up with
monologues.
I think we should
That
go all in and
reminds
do,
me of a time.
if we just did eight monologues and like no NPC gets to talk. this round. This reminds me of this one time. Did I ever tell you my philosophy?
Well, I
you
want
know-
it to be, I want it to be like that musical theater feel where it's like, say, Zeph, you always had a philosophy about this, right?
Wait, why is music starting up?
Why don't you tell me what it is?
Well, we are about to camp out, so it's a good opportunity for like just a string of 4 monologues in a row around a campfire.
Did I ever tell you
Oh,
the
man.
story of submitted
I
for
should-
the approval of
Approval
That's-
Of the
Silver
Bureau of.
Society.
Yep. I should write a faith sheet for an offshoot of the Watcher of the Wings. That's only for musicals.
There in the
Oh.
wings.
Write that down.
Yes.
Well, there's
Yes.
The
gotta be.
listener in the wings.
I just realized what do you think the god of podcasts is like?
Oh my god.
Insufferable.
We got
Yeah.
trouble right here in the floating market.
One of the podcasters' special moves involves like mattresses appearing out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
I was like,
Yeah.
there's something about advertisements.
Yeah.
The Silt versus having
Yeah.
advertisements in it is so scary because
Yeah.
they're real ones, but they're like, at Caesar's Pizza, we really care. And I was like, I was
Really?
just
I don't want to die.
traumatized though.
I don't
Oh,
want a
God.
pizza.
Have you ever heard like oh gosh, there was this one old time radio show that was like, it was like a horror anthology, and I remember that like it was like, you know, the host was like a crypt keeper character
Mm.
and would like start like, oh, what's going to happen to our heroes down in the sub? It sounds cold. When I'm cold, I reach for Campbell's. It was like it was like
Yeah, that checks out.
what?
One
I
of
do
your special
love the-
powers
yeah.
is anything to do with Squarespace or Stamps.com.
Oh no.
I
The
do love the like
Squarespace.
flawless intro of the credits in Silt versus though.
Yeah.
Yeah, diegetic.
Yeah,
Diegetic.
it's nice.
Always waiting for
Credits.
that to come in.
So good. I feel like they just like did it once and then we're like, fuck.
We gotta keep doing it.
That's the
This
best
is
way
our
to do
thing
it.
now.
Let's see here.
Yeah, let's go camping. I want to
yeah.
learn all of the mushroom facts. I'm just gonna let Cletus talk the whole episode actually, because I want to learn some
Mhm.
more about
Mushroom
mushrooms.
facts.
I
Yeah,
seriously
Cletus
considered
actually
making
has some good
him a
stuff to
side
say.
character, but I didn't.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and Sebastian knows a lot about mushrooms.
I do. I'm an expert.
Expert.
Which of us
Yeah.
can take getting a like follower? Oh, we can all take on a
Everyone.
follower.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
we
Oh,
can
what?
double our
We
party.
could
friends.
Yeah, but
Yeah. It's
We'd
gonna
have
go
to
great.
keep track of all of it. That sounds
Then-
like so
yeah.
much work.
8 people roaming around. That's gonna be.
Fuck,
Oh yeah.
man.
Keeping track of 8 people sounds so hard. Anyway, Cletus is not my character. That's one of my favorite bits from Apocalypse World is like you get your advancements, but one of like the once you get 5 advancements, you can take like a super advancement, and one of them is retire your character or start a new one, and it's like, oh yeah, you can just like make a new character and play that as well as your other character. Some people might think that playing 2 characters is a lot of work, but like GMs do it, so fucking just shut up. Just fucking do it, baby.
Don't be a baby. Amazing.
I would
Um,
then complain incessantly about having to run 2 characters.
oh my god, this is so bad.
Oh,
Where
I
are
can't
both
keep
of you?
track.
I don't know. I'm supposed to remember what everyone does or what everyone's name is
Do I
or
have
what
to
they
put them on
sound
the
like.
map? Yeah, their accents.
Yeah, good time.
Very funny. Good point.
Point taken.
Sorry, logistic question. We're in the forest. How close are we to the skeleton house?
Unclear. It's
There's like
further in the woods, quote unquote.
Okay.
there's like security stuff. or there's signs about security stuff.
Yeah, one of the things you found was one of the clues was like hand lettered signs, and some of them are write down. Yeah, some of them are like regular, like posted no trespassing, whatever, warning these premises patrolled by a licensed guardian saint, and some of them hand lettered ones are like, quiet, the mother sleeps. The mother protects us.
Great.
And we have 7 unused clues for the Dusk Mother.
You have so many unused clues. Yeah.
And
So,
one
in
has
fact,
an
this might be
arrow
a-
that says
oh.
fresh tamales.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Mm.
Yeah, I think we'll start around the campfire, like you're all chilling out. I think Cletus is gonna drop some stuff on you immediately.
Monologue by Cletus.
Monologue by Cletus. XP for me. Yeah. Suck it.
Mark wins.
And I think he knows a lot about a lot of stuff as well. And one of the stories, like he's been talking about mushrooms a lot. And one of the things he tells you is about the Institute for Theological Research and Innovation. Back in back on Fester's Day, on the 22nd day of outpouring, they about how they had some they were known for like basically God research and stuff. I think you heard about them from, was it the St. Electric one? You got some, I forget which. Oh, I didn't mark it down. Was it the Central Lodge one? I don't remember. We'll find out. But he talks about how they got shut down for a little bit, or faced some backlash when they got the government to formally recognize this god called the Devourer below, which is a parasitic fungal god, because they wanted to support an accelerated expansion of the forestry industry. They took money from the forestry lobby and decided to push through this god, this fungal god, to help with the mycelial networks underneath the trees. And
go wrong.
Nothing could go wrong.
yeah, nothing got wrong. He's just like, yeah, like I thought about switching, becoming a follower of the Devourer below for a while. Sounds like a good idea, but like, I don't know. They got shut down after that. I don't really feel comfortable following an unlicensed faith like that. I hear it's. I think his eyes kind of flick around a little bit. Like first, like checks out Zeph, is like, we're good, but like everyone's like, it seems like it would be kind of dangerous if. So
I think he was just kind of like, yeah, fair.
I think that Red starts a monologue.
stuff on the fire.
Well, danger is an interesting thing when thought about at different time scales. It's like fear. So they say if you're born without being able to feel fear, feel pain, you don't know about danger. And you don't know to keep yourself away from danger. You don't know not to eat foods that are bad for you. But what if you knew which fear to listen to? What if you knew which danger actually was your last danger? Would it then have any meaning at all? Would any day of your life have more meaning because you knew you would not get it back? I guess what I'm trying to say is, what is there to be afraid of?
You raise a very good point. Because you see,
a lot of things, I guess.
Well, buckle up, Cletus.
people fear the unknown. They fear potential, the mind, like a player on a stage is constantly rehearsing for every potential disaster, which you can't do. But the thing, while you're rehearsing for all these potential disasters, what could be, what might be, the things you said in the past, you overlook all the horrors that we live with day to day that are just normal around us. Remember when we saw them stringing a follower up on a telephone pole as a tribute to a god? We live with poverty and hunger. We live with capitalism. We live with a world that doesn't value theater, and yet everyone wants to consume art to make their miserable lives better, and yet they devalue it and they don't see it as valuable. We live with far more horrors than the ones our minds fear. So why do we fear these things when we don't fear what is around us all the time? We're blind to it.
And do we really choose to believe to keep ourselves safe? I don't think so. I think follow an unlicensed God, follow a licensed God, follow none of them. You're still walking the same dirt as the rest of us. You're still prone to fall victim to the caprices of those more powerful than us. I think we all live on the cliff's edge these fallen times. And if I were to believe in unlicensed God, theoretically, if I were to follow such a thing, I think deep down it would give me some sense of control. Like this is the bullet that got me. This is the sword that stabbed me, but I sort of walked into it. I picked how it was going to happen. I went on a path that I chose and not just chance. So what that makes me think is that the devourer below scared you in some way that, well, you made your choice there.
Now you see the power of directing.
I think she just blinks at you. Like, what?
Everyone turns and looks at Zeph.
What the
Vamping
fuck?
music starts in the background.
What the fuck is everyone talking about? Like, please, can we please go to sleep? It's late. I'm tired. I've been driving. I've been holding my tongue for the past 12 hours while we've been driving. I just
Okay,
want
you're
to get
there.
some sleep.
Are you gonna sleep in that tie?
Yeah.
What are you all talking about?
See
What's wrong with everybody?
It's long-winded, verbose people.
Yeah. I'm the only sane man who understands irony in this forest. Of course, we had to be here because we couldn't be at the boring town.
I forgot about the boring town. Yes. Let's
To be
go
fair,
to
the
the
town is
town.
pretty boring.
The town looks cool,
Oh, no.
but they have billiards.
Hugh's eyes go wide at this, and then he sort of tries to play it cool. But he's clearly in chief by billiards.
I mean, if your
yeah.
god is the god that eats other gods, doesn't matter whether they have the paperwork or not.
Cletus leans in and
Oh no.
it's like a god that eats other gods. What do you mean by that?
I mean, there is only one thing that is. Oh my, I don't know. I just assume that what happens when a god dies? I
It just
know.
kind of goes away, right?
Well, what happens when we die? I know when I face my final breath, suck in my last bit of dusty air, that she will be there to grab me by the hand and settle me into my place. But who is there to guide the gods, if not her?
Who? She who?
She's always around. Closer and closer these days.
Sister? Skeleton? Did you hear something in the woods? Cletus is looking a little bit freaked out at this point. He thinks you're trying to warn him of someone approaching, I think.
Oh. Well, Ren doesn't get that.
Yeah.
And neither did I.
Like, who are you talking about? I don't she who is she?
I mean, we can all see her. Right? She's always just I mean, I've talked to people that said they couldn't see her before, but
Is she at the campfire with us now?
uh, you were afraid of this mushroom deity.
Oh no, I think the Vara below is a neat idea. I mean, once the institute decided it wasn't legitimate anymore, I don't want to get put on a list, right? I mean, I hear what they do to people who follow unlicensed faiths. You round them up for sacrifice or take them for put them to work doing God knows what, God knows what.
I mean, to be fair, that's what they do to the followers of licensed gods too.
Suppose.
Like you said, sometimes it feels nice to have a choice.
Sure.
I imagine you got into your particular field not because of the paycheck, but because of some kind of love within your belly, some kind of heat in your fingers when you thought about an ink cap, or perhaps saw your first mycelial growth. But you found your limit. You found the ways in which you could be cowed to others. You could be made to obey.
Well, I mean, I just work at the general store in town to make ends meet. I'm not a professional mycologist by any means. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a St. Electric man all the way these days. I mean, you have to pick something, right?
You do have to pick something because nothing is also a choice.
So you could pick nothing.
It is also a choice.
I guess that's picking something.
Well, since I'm doing the opposite of looming and not talking, maybe I should actually try to look for a clue.
So
I do
close.
I do think I want to wander off and look for the skeleton house.
Oh no.
Oh, all right. Are you going to do that before people go to sleep, or are you going to wait for people to go to sleep?
Yeah, I think I'll wait for them to go to sleep.
Oh no.
Fantastic.
It seems like the safest thing to do, right?
Yeah, sure. That's safe. Great. So we'll definitely do that. Does anyone else want to do anything before turning in?
Oh man. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything obvious I can do with my insight to try and investigate things, but nothing really comes to mind.
Everybody sneaks off and bumps into each
We
other.
all decide to sneak off together individually.
The Scooby-Doo shot of the room, the hall of doors, and everyone.
Yep. Everybody sneaking around backwards through the woods with a flashlight. Great. So yeah, let's do that.
People are welcome to come if they want. Just
Yep.
I just
Yeah.
cannot resist the lure of those signs.
Yeah, answering your question, you can't get advantage on that though. Cool. So you know the general direction that the skeleton's place is off in. If you would like to sneak through the woods at night to see if you can get a closer look, that's totally fine.
Keep saying that.
Yeah. What are you afraid might happen?
So many different things.
If you know, what are you afraid might happen in the woods to you at night?
I'm worried that this mushroom god is out there
Oh,
and will
interesting.
slowly grow over my feet and root me in place, and I'll become a mushroom person.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, good point. Did we want more clues, or did we want to do question stuff? I don't have to do this if we wanted to do answering.
Well, if we want to gun straight for the conspiracy clue and live like kings.
Yeah, I don't have to do this. I was just
No, I'm happy with it.
I'm just checking a box. I'm trying to disobey authority.
Oh, great.
Cool.
Oh, you're kind of obeying authority by
God damn it.
sticking
I
to
go the other
position
way.
there, aren't you? You're gonna leave.
Yeah, I leave.
Do you want to go into the woods or not?
Oh, what are y'all hoping to do next?
I would think from a metagaming perspective, the freewheeling discussion to try and solve the Dusk Mother question. But yeah, if you can think of a more subversive reason to go off into the woods, maybe. But I imagine it just has to be subversive to your own satisfaction, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the question is like, wait, what is it?
Did you undermine the orders of your superiors or use the assignment to pursue personal interests? So
Okay,
going out
yeah.
into the
So
woods,
maybe if
pursue personal interests.
Yeah, if I was like looking for a dead body or something.
Or trying to
I'll hold off. I think the
Okay,
freewheeling discussion sounds good.
Cool. Do you want to have the freewheeling discussion at the campfire then? Do you mind going to bed?
Yeah.
I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
So our current clues for the Dusk Mother, and we have not met the Dusk Mother yet, or the skeletons, so keep that in mind. Current clues are a vehicle wedged in the branches of a tree, headlights still aglow, hidden shrines to a rival god. That was was that the Judah gum? Maybe. A giant pellet that contains a human skeleton, a teeny tiny angel with brown and white feathers smeared on a windshield, a great big claw scar across Sister Quarrel's chest, a rumor that the skeleton family took to hunting the deep woods when their crops failed and something followed them home, and the hand-painted signs.
Okay.
And are you going to answer the question on what purpose drives the angel?
Or solve how is the angel bound to the family with a +3?
Yeah. Do you want to we can drive away or destroy the angel or put it to better purpose?
Purpose. We want to get it to guard the floating market.
Or to be our friend. Oh yeah, guard the market.
Get it, guard all
We should get it to be our messenger to our bosses.
So I guess we're saying that the Dusk Mother threw a car into a tree.
Probably.
I mean, is anyone else getting just like giant owl vibes?
Oh, yeah,
the pellet.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely the giant owl. Yeah.
I think Mark did say big giant owl thing.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
Or maybe he's told me off screen. How did I know that?
Well, now that it's a giant owl, I definitely want to be its friend.
Yeah, I want to ride it.
Hoot hoot.
Ditch this crappy car.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
all
fuck
on the
this
owl
station
now.
wagon.
Yeah, come on, guys, let's go for a journey scene on our
Journey
friend, the Dust
scene.
Mother.
Journey scene.
Never-ending story theme starts up as we're all riding the owl through the night sky.
Guys, I'm tired.
The car sinks into a swamp. We're like, whatever. We can do that. That's not our.
Well, the
The
vehicle, that
question
would make
is,
sense if it was
What
a giant
purpose
owl.
drives the angel? Yeah.
Because the owl could pick up a car and drop it in the branches of a tree.
Oh yeah.
What do owls love? Mice.
Let's see old
Barns.
Tootsie Pops.
Tootsie
Being sprayed
Pops.
with water.
Counting.
Yes.
Delivering messages from Hogwarts.
Uh, they sleep on their bellies.
Ooh,
They
they
love-
like. They worship Bubo, the metal owl from Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
or Archimedes from Sword of the
Sword
Stone.
in the Stone.
Yeah, we have good references for what owls like. Definitely know what an owl is.
Wait, Siren? No. What is
The pellet that contains a human
Sirens?
skeleton,
What
I
is-
think, indicates that I think that's somehow. I think that's evidence that it's probably that was someone who was going against the skeletons, or that they had a thing against. Now, it doesn't answer the question as to whether the god is working willingly for the skeletons, or if the skeletons have some kind of sway over the god, getting it to do what they're bidding. But I think that either willingly or unwillingly, it's somehow doing the skeleton's bidding.
I had an idea. Yeah, I like that. Of like, they've bound it to them. Maybe they are protecting the sporing body of the mushroom god. And the mushroom god is actually keeping the. I got very distracted by owl research too.
Yeah.
13
Sure.
facts about owls.
Yep, I saw that link. And went straight on to the Reddit thread about how do owls look affectionate in certain YouTube videos when they're clearly birds of prey. Okay, I'm back.
No. This is important research that was done.
The question is, what purpose drives the angel?
I think we're getting there, I promise.
The angel loves owl research. That's
But maybe the owl is protecting the forest by protecting the people that are protecting the mushroom. And that's why
Mm.
Cletus is here, because he doesn't want us to find it. He also loves the mushroom secretly.
Not so secretly.
wait, is
He's pretty crazy about mushrooms. He loves
He
mushrooms.
loves mushroom.
And the only
Or
reason
maybe
he's
they're
not following the
feeding
mushroom god
him-
is because he's a coward.
wait,
Aw.
do the skeletons have a relationship to the devourer beneath? Or like the devourer is not in this forest, is it?
Could be.
Oh,
You-
okay.
you-
Oh,
don't really
wow.
know
So
beyond
what
what-
if the
beyond what
skeletons
Cletus
are
just told you.
actually using the devourer beneath, and the Dusk Mother is trying to keep it under control? Is that kind of where we're going, or?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
or
also-
the devourer like actually keeps this forest going.
Oh, okay.
Without it, maybe.
What
I
if?
don't know. But I
wait,
like your way better.
What if the devourer has infected the Dusk Mother, and the tiny angel that smeared on the windshield was like a spore owl?
Oh,
Owl
cordyceps. Zombie owl.
Where did the devourer come into this mystery at
Cletus
all?
just mentioned it offhand.
Yeah.
I heard
I've been very confused about suddenly this giant devourer being a big part of the story, and I'm like, I don't even remember that being a thing.
Yeah,
I
it's
heard
like-
a story
I like
about a
this.
mushroom and I'm running with it.
I like- it's like,
The
wait,
forest feels pretty mushroomy right now,
I like-
though, I will say.
I do like wait, how did we get here? It's like, well, there was this kobold who had a fun accent at the bar. And so we stopped hunting the lich, and now we're down this.
I was just very confused, like, why, where, suddenly we're obsessed with this
traveling down
Remember
Devourer
when
with this
the
kobold.
guy was trying to buy a bag and we were like, no, we're gonna buy that bag.
Someone stole a
That's
locket
our
and it became a whole quest line.
But-
Anyway, the kobold is mayor now.
I have an empire selling bear skins.
Oh man.
We just,
Uh-uh.
yeah.
I mean, so okay. The Dust Mother is a big owl.
Hoot,
The
hoot.
giant, the human skeleton was one of its victims, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Did
the
it
I like the
car.
proposition that the owl also threw the car into a tree. It's pretty
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think
And-
the rumor, the skeleton family, I think they went into the woods, and the question is like, did they go into the woods with the intention of purposefully leading the owl back to the thing, or did the owl follow them back to their house and then became their protector? That's since we're trying to devise the purpose of the Dusk Mother.
Mhm.
Has anyone seen the skeletons recently?
Not recently that you know of.
I don't
Ooh, what
think
if
so.
he ate them? What if he wants to kill them?
He
The Dusk Mother?
But he doesn't, he's protecting
Oh,
them from being killed by the people that want them dead so that he can kill them. And nope, that's
He-
too complicated.
Are you referring, when you say he, you're talking about the Dusk Mother?
Yeah, in my mind is he.
Okay.
Okay.
Just,
His name's
Sure.
Bart.
Well, technically, whatever's here is an angel of the Dusk Mother.
it's
Angel.
an
Dusk
angel
Mother's a-
of the Dusk Mother.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah,
No.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
back
so
to
confusing.
Ben's
The Dusk
thing
Mother
that
is the god
made more
itself.
sense.
So yeah.
Oh, got you. I see what you, okay.
I was gonna say like, oh, the skeletons are all dead, and I don't know who put up the signs. Yeah. Okay.
I like the idea that they're all dead.
Yeah. Maybe the pellet
He's
is
been putting
how they get reanimated by the Dust Mother.
Al in a trench coat.
Um,
Maybe the angel's purpose is to keep the legend of the skeletons alive so nobody gets near and finds out that they're all dead and the owl is using their ranch as its nest. Because right now it's this big mystery. Oh, the skeletons is creepy. It's got something weird going on at their house. But there's lots of things being done to make sure people like don't get to the house and don't get to. So it's like it's all like creepy legend.
What if we take mother literally? Like this angel is hatching other tiny angels, right?
Oh
So-
yeah. Yeah, I definitely think what we run into with a tiny little owl angel.
Yeah.
So that could work with the dead skeletons, if we were interested in that.
Oh, the skeletons
Yeah.
are gone, and there's just the Dusk Mother taking
So
over the
yeah, it
house.
wants to
Yeah.
it wants to prolong the lie that the skeletons are still alive, so that no one comes and discovers it's a now a hatchling nest where it's living and hatching.
where there are
breeding.
like hollowed out bodies with eggs laid in them.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's protecting
Yeah.
its babies.
Yeah.
Classic.
So
Classics.
keep
mother
people
story.
away by making people think there's a crazy family that lives there that might kill you if you get too close.
That's
Stay
how I
away.
would raise my children.
Yeah,
That
what-
kind
Uh,
of throws off the vehicle wedged in a tree and the big scar. Like
Protect them.
those seem to indicate that
babies.
it's out there fucking people up personal
Yeah.
like.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, good thing it didn't see the one that got hit by our windshield or would have thrown our car into there.
I was gonna say, yeah, the car is probably someone that was getting too close to the range.
Or ran into an angel
Or
Mhm.
Yeah.
while the owl
Yeah.
was on the watch. I think those two things can be related.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just a Coral's
Uh,
probably the same thing. Maybe if she was getting too close to the ranch,
Oh
got
yeah.
attacked. Big owl claw to
yeah.
the chest.
Yeah, maybe it's a rogue. It's rogue angel. It's not actually protecting them. But that maybe how did they get it to be there in the first place?
But
Well,
they
the-
didn't. It followed them back from the
Yeah,
woods.
I followed them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Killed
good point.
them.
Well, or maybe they're still alive and just wish they were dead.
Yeah.
And once
Ooh.
we
Ooh.
enter the
Now that's Silt
But,
versus.
but now it's then they're
No, that's a
they're-
silt burst.
now it's the angel's nest, but it wants everybody to
I
think
wish this
Crazy
character
family
could
lives there.
die.
Or everybody just assumes that the family is well, we don't see them for long stretches as they manage.
Yeah, they gotta keep themselves.
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
Well, my point being,
There's
the
no
answer to
roads
the
into
question,
their
the
ranch.
purpose, its
Yeah.
purpose is to keep people thinking the skeletons are alive and crazy and
Oh.
keep people away from the nest.
Well, yeah, I would, can we expand that and say like, I mean, its purpose is to raise
For-
its hatchlings.
Ooh,
Safety.
I like that.
Yeah.
And that
Um,
might be one way.
and
So
yeah,
its purpose is to like breed more angels by
Yeah.
like impregnating humans somehow, or
yes.
not literally fornicating
Right.
with humans, but impregnating
Laying eggs
impregnating
in
them with
them.
eggs.
Yes.
Yeah, somehow.
Oh
and
wow.
hatching them into more angels.
Wow.
So if
I love
like,
that theory.
like the,
This is
like
this,
the
this
original
is
Dust
alien
Mother,
now. Got
Yeah.
it.
the original Dust Mother, like the idea of the Dust Mother is that it protects families, and this one
Oh
went
wow.
haywire. And
Oh.
it's now protecting a family, its own family.
Right.
It's so it's like
Um,
cuckooing its
Are
eggs
its
on.
children the skeleton family, but made into
We'll
saints?
find out.
Probably. They're probably like half
terrifying.
weird
Hidden
owl
shrines to a
people.
rival god. How does that fit in?
Oof.
Well, if we have 6, we don't need that one, right?
Yeah.
It could also be
Yeah.
some attempt to fight back against this crazy owl that's taken over.
Oh, to kind of like establish territory around it so it doesn't spread, kind of.
Oh yeah, I hadn't thought of it like that,
Ooh,
but yeah.
yeah.
Somebody
Cool.
is taking wow, this just got so
Or-
precipitously scary as we
Yeah.
And maybe
Someone put up
great.
like a boundary, like a
Yeah,
break,
yeah.
fire break.
Yeah,
yeah,
god break.
or the
Go.
or is the important thing about those shrines that they are hidden, that like the Dust Mother is obscuring them.
Yeah, owls have good vision,
Like-
so you want to
like-
keep it
Oh yeah.
secret and safe. I'm sorry, I was talking over people.
Yeah, that's all good.
Okay.
Are we thinking it's hidden from the Dusk Mother or the,
That's what
the
I was
angel?
thinking, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
we're putting in these little shrines to,
I think that
Because
sounds really scary. And I
otherwise
love
it'll
it.
keep grabbing more families and we'll get
Oh.
more angels
That's
to
nuts.
grab more
I
families.
wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder if one of the skeletons has like escaped.
Yeah.
And is trying to put these shrines up to like get its.
Oh
own-
man,
get
It's
their
one of the
find out.
children.
So
There's,
there's
like a
one-
teenager in the woods.
Yeah. There's like one crazy skeleton left.
Hmm.
It's just like,
transformed by whatever process is going
And his
on.
name is Cletus.
Remembers enough of themselves to
Been 80 years.
We never did ask Cletus what his last name is.
Cletus Skywalker.
I can tell you.
Gee, God damn it.
Hey, Cletus, your last name wouldn't be Skeleton, would it?
Ford. It's Cletus Ford.
Cletus Ford Skeleton.
I'm right here at the
Skeleton.
campfire with you guys.
He's been listening the whole time. You guys
You've
sound
been here the
nuts.
whole
And you could be like
What's
a
your-
Kaiser Soze kind of thing
what's
going
your
on here.
what's your mother's last name though? Like, oh,
Also
no,
Ford. She married my dad.
Looks
What-
like
I mean,
Peter has
what are you implying?
wings. Peter's the angel.
Cool. Sounds like we've got a role to make then.
Yeah, it just makes
Uh,
total sense. Linear storytelling. Got it.
Yeah. Also, the only thing we need to answer, everything else is speculation. The only thing we need to answer is what
What
purpose drives
purpose?
the angel? And it sounds like it is protecting the
Its
area
nest,
by its nest by impregnating people and yeah, great. Love it.
Ovipositor.
Ovipositor on an owl. Nothing more terrifying.
Great.
Ovipositor.
Who
Al.
would like to make that role?
Not
Oh,
it.
no. Ben,
I
you
think
haven't
I
been here in a
haven't-
while. You haven't rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
You
you
have
made a really good roll last time. So
Yeah, everybody had good
True.
rolls.
Everyone
So
had
it's-
good rolls.
It's time for all the weight to be on Ben's shoulders.
Sorry, Ben. We're bullying you. This is
So-
what bullying is.
2d6 plus 1.
2d6 plus 1.
You can do it.
We believe in you.
8.
They made me do it.
Yeah.
That's an
They
8.
made-
Fantastic.
They made
Um,
me do it.
Great. On a 7 to 9, the answer is correct. An opportunity can be pursued, but the keeper will add an unwelcome complication to the answer, and/or pursuing the opportunity will become
Bring
more
it
dangerous.
on.
If someone could write the purpose in that notes field on CQ17.
It's not gonna
what
fit on
purpose
that
drives
many
the angel?
lines.
Not me. My handwriting's horrible.
PQ 17.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
And that is answered. Boom, boom, boom.
We win. Yay.
So now you have two mysteries with answered questions.
It's just to answer them all, not actually complete any of them.
Yeah, that's gonna be good for you. That's gonna
Yeah.
work out super great. Cool. I think this is a good time to take a little break,
Yay,
and we'll
break.
come back and pursue that opportunity. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
You're the one that wanted a longer break. And I was like, this break is too long.
So many minutes.
Too many minutes. So can't be pleased. This is a scary answer to this question.
Mm-hmm.
We just created something that will probably now hunt us, y'all.
Yeah, this is way worse than what I was gonna do. So, congratulations, everybody.
We just made this real. And then we made Ben roll really good or decently. It's real now.
It'll be fine. Have a nice little talk and be like, hey, you know, it'd be a good, but your new good purpose would be protecting a floating market. Let's go. And then, yay, we're all
Yeah,
friends.
super
It's
easy.
on a river. Owls dig rivers.
Yeah, I always love rivers.
Well, you know, what's a good place to protect your family in like an interdimensional market that's never in the same place.
They're just boats. It's just how boats
Not
work.
after to this play we put on. We're about to put on a play
Exactly.
out there.
Gotta
I'm
make
sure
some shit real.
you're saying no to our arguments, but what if they were in song?
Well, that's a different story then. Cool. So, assuming no one's going to sneak off during the night, if someone wants to sneak off during the night, you're welcome to.
I don't know why anybody would ever want to do that.
But if you don't, you will wake up in the morning.
Sounds dangerous.
The campfire is all burned down, and your car is gone.
Yay.
Sons of bitches.
Is it in the trees?
It is not the trees.
Okay. Is the car gone as well as Cletus? Is
Car
Cletus
is
also
gone as well as Cletus. Yes.
Ah!
So someone got Cletus as well as our car.
Someone got Cletus and the car. Oh my god.
Good job
What
not
a-
being racist.
What a mystery. We got to find out who took Cletus in our car.
Aw.
Follow those car tracks. Cool. So you're alone in the creepy woods by the creepy sawmill.
Mhm.
But it's morning, so it's nice.
Take a brisk walk towards the Skeleton Ranch.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Good evening, my good friends. Great. I feel like I gave you another like Institute history fact earlier on. I cannot remember what it was. I hope it wasn't the same one that we all just forgot. Oh well.
So what was that earlier? Was that part of a conspiracy?
Yeah, the Devourer below. That was the Institute faced backlash after formally recognizing the Devourer below, a parasitic fungal god, in efforts to support the accelerated expansion of the forestry industry. Yeah. Yep. So like in the podcast, if you're in seasons 2 and 3, like Shrew and Carson work for the Institute. That's that governmental agency, or work alongside it at least. Season 2, if the place that Carpenter went ham on in the mountains, that's also a part of the Institute. If you haven't listened to that episode, I highly recommend it. It's very good. Carpenter is terrifying. Cool. So you're in the woods. You know which way the skeletons are. You can do whatever you like.
And I assume there are car tracks going the opposite way.
Yeah, down back the way you came.
Are there any tracks for Cletus? Because we have to figure out where both of them.
They just kind of disappeared the car. It's almost as if whatever took the car took him at the same time.
Those bastards. Yeah, I'm up for just like setting out in the Skeleton Ranch direction.
Yeah.
Cool. So there is the forest. Cool. And I don't think I want to make everyone do this. Who knows the forest the best? How about that?
Probably me.
That'd be Hugh.
I have
Cool.
family
So
history here anyway.
traveling. This is not going to be. This is just going to be a what you call the easy move, the veil move. Knowing this forest, what do you afraid might happen if you like get turned around or fall? Like, what bad things going to happen in the forest?
Oof.
Hmm.
That you know,
Honestly,
yeah.
I hope this isn't disappointing, but it's like honestly running into the wrong locals who live out in the woods to stay off the grid.
Racist.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. I'm just joking.
but no, like
Goddamn
you never
rednecks.
want to trespass on the
No.
squatters in
Yeah.
the clutch.
And
This
this
does
is
not seem
clearly
like a real welcoming neighborhood.
this
Probably
is clearly
using
the
it as
skeleton's
a
land
sacrifice.
as well. So
Huh?
if this is clear, like you have clearly entered the skeleton's land with the signs and all that. So
Oh yeah.
if it is someone else squatting on their land, they are probably also in danger. But yeah, I like that answer. That's great. Cool. Feels like this is gonna be a probably vitality for getting through the woods.
Woohoo!
Oh, which you have none.
Hmm?
Great. Would you like to use any items or anything?
I mean, I would
Of
like
that
to.
role?
We'll see what I have.
Would I
Where are my
like to?
items?
Yes.
Folder.
Can I?
I
No.
have rolls of parchment, empty journals, a quill. Are those things that I just have permanently, I guess?
Yeah, I think you it probably says higher up. I think those are things that you have that you can mark in there. Not marked. I'm not sure.
Because I hmm,
You'll find the following already cut in your altar. Yeah, I think those are just extra bonus items that you have in your altar.
because well, okay, because I feel like what Hugh is going to do regardless is draw out a map that then gets destroyed, I'm sure. in
Fantastic.
keeping with this.
Fantastic.
But I don't know if that gives me advantage or if I mark alter items for it. I could draw it on the ink blotter. I guess I could use the ink blotter as part of that process to
Yeah,
do
or the
the
parchment.
mechanics.
That's yeah.
But then if I use the parchment, do I no longer have parchment? Or
No, you still have the items that you use. They're just not mechanically active.
oh,
So
sure, okay.
yeah,
So I'm gonna burn the parchment on drawing out all of the landmarks I remember from getting us
Awesome.
safely across the
Oh, I
forest.
want to see this map.
nice. Cool. Go ahead and roll 3 dice and take the top 2.
Okay.
Pew, pew, pew.
Second. Rolling 3 dice. 7.
7. Woohoo.
Woo!
Just
Yeah.
made it.
Ah,
Just under the wire.
Cool. 79 to tell you how you're vulnerable. I can choose it back down. Great. So I think I think I'm going to go with what we had before there. Um, yeah. I think what you find is because you're a little bit familiar with these woods and whatnot.
Yeah, but
And I
nobody
think
goes this deep in them.
yeah,
They don't
something
have
that
to.
you don't remember or you're not familiar with is that the ground that you need to traverse to get to the skeletons orchards there
Uh-huh.
is it looks as if it's sunken a little bit and rainwater is collected in it and um, yeah, I mean clearly we're just going to do the uh, it's kind of like a like a stretch of forest that is the blackened like bottoms of the trees that we described going in have kind
Mhm.
of turned into full-on rot, and a lot of them have like there's like a almost like a gash in the forest where all
Yeah.
these trees have fallen over, and they look spongy and nasty that you'll have to go through. Because this is a veiled move, you can choose to back down and try a different approach through the forest.
Is it okay if I press ahead, everybody?
Cool. I think you at least will take a condition. We'll call it. I'm just going to call it spongy right now.
You.
And everyone can feel like as you're going through this, it's a good like 30-40 foot stretch of forest that just looks different than the rest of the forest. It's more of like going through a swamp here, but like a proto swamp that hasn't fully formed into a swamp yet. Like, oh, this is like just as a forest turns into a swamp, this is what the beginning looks like.
Mark, do you think swamps are just rotten forests?
Like a bog, it's
Is that what you think they are?
yeah, an elder fungus god takes over a forest and turns into a swamp, right? That's how that works.
When it gets rotten, it turns into a swamp. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the mass of insects passes a certain point, it automatically becomes.
Exactly.
If there's sand, it's a beach.
Right.
What about quicksand?
That's when it quickly turns into a beach. But eventually you pass through the woods and you come to the edge of like the forest proper where it's been cleared a bit, where the skeletons had planted their orchards. It is still like surrounded by the forest, and the orchards at this part have kind of they're not kind of they're like completely withered, not in the rotting way that the trees have in there, but like clearly something else has taken them. They're dry and bare. There's also you can see through the orchard there's a barn that's collapsed, um, like a stock pond that's near the barn that's also looking like it's had better days. A few little sheds here and there overgrown with vines and junk here. And in the center of it, there's a 2-story building made of stone and timber. And there's going to be a paint the scene here. The skeletons have clearly left their farm to rot, but somehow managed to survive on the land. What surprising elements of the property have they maintained with care?
Could you say it one more time?
Yeah. The skeletons have clearly left their farm to rot, but somehow managed to survive on the land. What surprising elements of the property have they maintained with care?
It's all gone to swamp.
I think there's still a neatly painted mailbox at, at what I guess is the front of the property, with a little sign hanging from it that says, "This is a holy house," with a few prayer marks on it.
Love it.
I think there's also about a small, like fenced in vegetable garden, which is it's totally like everything else looks like rotting and blah blah, blah, but there's like this one square of like green, flourishing, like there's just basic vegetables, some carrots, potatoes in there. It's like really weird.
Nice.
Oh, is this something where we each contribute a piece?
Mhm.
Is that how you play a game? Yes. I want to say like not the barn, but like the highest part of the barn. Like yeah. Whatever. But
The barn
whatever,
steeple?
the
Oh, the barn.
hayloft. The hayloft.
Hayloft. There you go.
Is it is still nicely painted and not falling apart.
I'm thinking about those like old houses where like, or ruins where you only see the like fireplace and the chimney
Mhm.
brick part and everything else is wood and rotted. And I think the house is very wood and rotted and there is like fireplace. It is like, looks like it's like made of like almost stucco. And there's prayer marks around the fireplace as if it had been used in rituals.
Okay.
But it is still standing kind of on its own, still looking quite new, but the wood around it is rotting and falling. Don't use any of that to kill us.
No promises.
No promise. We gave the
Cool.
owl laser eyes. Damn it, why did we do that?
And they
Great.
can
So,
turn all the way this way.
like the
It's
homeland of
completely
reverse.
silent and it lays eggs in your body.
Laser eggs.
And the eggs are also made of lasers.
They're made of lasers. Fuck, man.
Cool. So you decided earlier that the nest is in the basement of the house. So how would you like to approach?
Wait, we answered the question.
But now we have to.
Now you have to execute on the answer. And so now that you've answered that question, you can resolve the assignment by freeing the angel from the skeleton family and showing it something else it can protect instead. A forest landmark, a group of wild creatures, a dangerous place, or secret in need of a guardian. This also unlocks the special move, the Dusk Mother's Embrace.
So we steal its eggs and give them to the
Oh no, give it to Carl.
to blackmail.
Just hold on to these, put it in one of the chests that you put under the roofer.
Yeah. Let's hold on to this and the owl will protect you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Let me paste that.
I was about to say, like, I have a special move that lets me get into places without being asked questions. I don't think that's.
I'm not sure that's
going
to work here.
Applicable.
Just like knock on an abandoned house, like, hi, from the power company. Don't mind me.
Yeah, I don't know that they'll react the way you expect there.
Can I? Oh, I do have okay. I figured out my life. My move, I'm figuring out my moves. I'm trying to complete my wish. The fate move does let me do entering dangerous situations without concerns for my physical safety. I can mark a fate and roll with advantage. So I wonder if Ren just wanders down there.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be if we story wise what's think different. I was just like trying to figure out better ways to use my moves with story. Or I could just creepily stare in the corner, but that doesn't feel
yeah, that is the Leroy Jenkins move. That is totally good.
Yes, that is.
Well,
like,
all of us are
like
discussing.
wandering, like kind of
So the three of you are kind of like, how should we go over here? And we
And in the
see
background.
Ren is just walking towards the
Yeah,
house.
beekeeper helmet.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's like our vibe. They're like actually planning things.
Great.
I've already gone and come across the river back. Been in a play didn't know I was in.
Oh no.
Yeah, if this fucks up, then I have several people who can change reality for me. So
um what are you afraid might stop you before you get to the house?
the fucking owl. Like next to my body and a small owl angel growing in my body while I'm still alive, feeling
Mhm.
it inside my body like a bot fly rolling around,
It's
not
worse than
eating
that.
enough of me that I die. Okay.
Yep. No, maybe you're going to continue for it. And that'll be my worse than that. My worse than that was that you would be taken by the skeletons kept in the basement, impregnated with the eggs, and kept alive as a permanent incubator for owl angels.
Oh, that's worse in that it's
Permanent,
not just one off.
not just a one-off. That's your
Right.
job now.
You did make it worse. I didn't know you could. I didn't think of the worst thing I could think of. I never die, and I'm always in pain. Got it.
Would you like to continue to do that?
Yes, I would.
Great. I think this is going to be a communion move.
But
or
no
communion
regard
roll.
for my safety.
Yeah, so it's going to be a communion roll with advantage. So
Yeah.
roll 3 dice, take the top 2, and add 1.
Okay. I think this is good.
I keep saying impregnating. I mean like implanting. Like,
Yes.
yeah, chest burster wise. No.
Yeah, I guess they already have like all the. Maybe they're just budding asexually. Who knows? I would love to study them.
Now I'm curious.
Now I'm curious. Wait, sorry, 3 plus 1?
3 dice, top 2 plus 1.
Top 2. Okay. Oh, I should have used an object.
7.
It would not have helped
Would not have helped.
because you already have advantage.
That's true.
But you got a 3 and a 3, which is a 7.
It'll do fine.
Great, you just made it. Good thing you used that thing. And you checked fate, right?
Yeah. Oh, let me do that. Yeah, now I got to carry around something or do something. God damn it. Where are my moves? There we are.
Make a note for myself to.
No, I hate it when I do something and you're like, okay, that'll come back for you later.
Okay.
And by then I'd forgotten it and I'm like, why are you mean to me?
You asked for this.
I didn't. Roll bad. I don't want to roll
You
bad.
literally checked the box that said to do this.
Yeah.
So I think what happens then is you do it, you make it
Like
to the
still not
house.
disobeying though. I'm just wandering off.
Yeah. No, you're actually doing the job.
I know. I need to go the opposite way. I don't have a reason.
Yeah, let's
Might
do
soon.
this one.
Might soon have a reason to stop doing this job. I'll be a mother.
Yeah. Talk about having it
So
all.
you make it to the house, and what do you do when you get there? It's like, so the house is, it's not completely fallen apart. I think it's like that side of the house with the fireplace is kind of in. Where do you look first, or where do you go?
Oh my God. I didn't know I was going to make it this far, so I hadn't really planned. I thought I was
My
going
life.
to die by now. How do I look? I mean, I think I'm like looking. Is the owl in the basement?
That's what you decided.
Okay, we decided it was. So yeah, I'm wondering. Yeah, so I went down to the basement.
Oh, you're at the house.
Oh.
You made it to the house without incident, mostly.
Oh, I thought I wandered off.
Oh, I thought you were wandering down to the house. That's what without that was the without concern for your physical safety.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I had the wrong.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were like, just like, I'm going to go up to the house and not worry about being seen or whatever.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I did that. I thought that we
Oh,
were
okay,
in
cool.
the house, and then I just wandered downstairs.
Oh,
But
no one is.
I'm gonna
you're
look in the
first one to make it
fireplace.
to the house.
No, that's
Cool.
cool. I think I like
Um,
want to check out the fireplace because I'm like,
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can walk straight, like basically look, that part of the house is kind of collapsed in. You have to step over a few fallen stones and boards and whatnot. And I think the complication is that someone is there,
Cletus.
and it's not Cletus,
Yeah.
but it is a man. He's got like crazy hair, crazy beard, like a
I'm right here,
torn
Mark.
up torn up flannel. Looks like it might have been like Hunter Orange before, but
those
it's
guitars.
been been through it. And he's kind of poking at the fireplace and like stacking wood in there. It looks like he's trying to start a fire with like a flint and steel. He's kind of striking. His hands are like big meaty calloused hands. And I think the complication is that when you get over to the living room, you have to kind of scrabble to get there, and he turns. He's got like wilder eyes than his hair, and he's just like crouched in front of the fireplace, staring at you.
Kick him in the face.
I'm just gonna like hang out with him. Just gonna stare back.
You come from outside?
Yeah, it depends on your perspective. Yeah, I guess so.
It's dangerous out there.
Certainly is.
He like shifts. He's still squatting next to the fireplace. He shifts over.
Can I like help him with his fire?
Oh well, he before you even approach him, he like reaches out his like big nasty hand. He says, "Better. It's dangerous out there. You better. It's safe in here. Better stay here." He's reaching his hand out to you. While that's happening, what are the rest of you doing?
Or we could go through the front door, but
I would love to hear this entire strategy.
that has some disadvantages. Yeah, I guess we've noticed that that Ren has wandered.
Yeah,
off.
eventually Ren is gone.
Whoever got Cletus in the car must have
I mean, and yeah, sort of. I sort of feel like once we noticed Rin gone, we'd be like, shit. I guess we're going in.
Yeah, I think
Rin's
that's it.
probably already gone in.
Oh no. There's something from there, or the owl has already gotten her.
Yeah, I think we're probably concerned for their safety, and so we, despite our best,
Them, sorry.
yeah, probably despite our best somethings, we feel the need to rush in as well.
I would never go anywhere.
Are you are you also going into the broken side of the house? Or are you gonna go like there's like storm cellar doors, there are other doors and windows? I'm not sure you saw where they went.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, unless y'all have since we don't know where they went exactly, I feel like we would just take whatever the most obvious entrance is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if that'd be the
Through
front
the
door
front
or a big hole or
door.
whatever's the most obvious, like quickest
Mhm.
way in.
Yeah, if there's not a family cemetery that's fairly visible, then we're probably just in the house somewhere, right?
Yeah. I think the broken inside is obvious enough that you see. I think the three of you come onto the scene as the guy is reaching a hand out, and it sounds like Ren is approaching. Do you take his hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Like he has clearly worked on this farm his entire life. His hands are like they're like weirdly like they are rough and like solid like stone, but also kind of soft.
Yeah.
And I think he gives your arm a yank and gets up and starts heading further into the house. The rest of you see that. What do you all do?
I think it's time for a spellbinding tale.
Oh, okay.
Because since I don't know what's going on, so I mean, I take we see him. We come in time to see basically him grab
And, like,
their hand and start to
yank Ren
take
and
off.
go into the house, go into like the next room in the house, which is
Okay.
it's
I feel like I'd call out to
you
him.
would think it would be dark, but it's weirdly lit from like the inside.
I call out real quick. I'm like, wait, it's you. Hey, it's do you remember me? Oh, it's been so long since I've seen anyone from the family. I finally found you. I've been looking for you. Wanted to make sure you're safe. Come help you out, buddy. Does he have any reaction?
What is the wildly unbelievable story that you're spinning? He pauses as you like yell at him. He wasn't expecting more people to be here. Turns to look over those wild eyes.
I thought I was the last of our line. I was afraid everybody else in our family had disappeared. And yet here you are. I can't even. I think are we second cousins twice removed? How does that work? I always forget.
The unbelievable part being that you are also a skeleton.
Yeah, I mean, I was assuming he was a skeleton.
Great.
But I was trying, since I didn't know he was a skeleton, I was trying to just.
I think this is the skeleton ranch.
Yeah.
No one else comes through here. I think it's a pretty good assumption. Great. Go ahead and roll with presence. Let's see if we change your heritage at all.
My dad's a god, a semi-god.
+3.
And hold on, let me check my ambulance +3. Can't remember. Do I have any?
Wait, spellbinding tale doesn't rewrite the world, does it? Like
it might.
Yeah, if I roll 12+, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and you got that +3 now, so.
That's right.
And you could use an object to roll.
You could use an
Yeah,
object.
I don't really have any objects that I was just looking at that.
Do you need a tiny little spider container?
So instead, I'm just rolling 2d6 +3, right? That's the
2d6
normal.
+3.
Giggity bow.
A 10.
That's a 13 actually. Once you add
that's
+3.
Oh, that's a 13. Oh yeah. Great. Great. I'm going to change something real quick.
I just love that our chaos is now just kind of rewriting reality as we stumble through our assignment.
I thought that was a good new success sound, since I seem to remember in one of the episodes we decided Kool-Aid Man would indeed be a deity.
Oh, yeah.
The worship of refreshment.
Oh yeah.
Just Ren walking like blithely into danger, and then y'all rewriting it around them.
Yeah, so You said your cousin, right?
I
Second
said
cousin?
either second cousin or cousin twice removed. I can never remember
Second
how those
cousin.
work.
Yeah. And he like turns around with his eyes, squints. Second cousin. Thank God you're here.
Oh, no.
You can ask him to aid you in a task or reveal a clue. You probably don't want a clue, right?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
More clues.
More clues.
More clues.
Since we've solved it already.
And he's pausing it like with his hand on the door frame, giant meaty hand on the door frame. It's like, you here to take refuge?
No, we're here to right or wrong. We're here. Look, we know about the great owl angel that resides
Mother,
here. The mother, yeah. Here's the thing.
you looking to be blessed?
Oh no.
No. It's time to give the mother a new purpose. The mother's purpose here has run its course, and the mother is being wasted now. And the thing about entities like the mother is they thrive on mass belief and such. And the mother's been so isolated now that so many people don't even believe the mother exists. And while the family's belief was strong and powerful, we're starting to reach a point now, unless we give the mother new purpose, the mother will fade, my friend. My mother will fade and die away. We have to chart a new path for the mother. And you, I imagine, you're probably more familiar with her, having been here. I think she'd probably listen to you if you. As a matter of fact, she'd probably be very thankful for you, for giving her new life and a new path and a new purpose. Who knows what gifts she may bestow upon you in gratitude.
What is the task that you want him to help you with?
To join our gang of trying to convince this angel to the thing about giving it a new a new thing to protect, a new so like at the very least, depending on how much it can be involved, like to not impede our efforts.
Yeah,
and maybe even
he would
hopefully
love
help
to help.
our
I'm not sure that he has the ability to help though. Yeah, I think he's like, well, that makes sense. If you're sent from the outside, that means there might be more of us.
Maybe. I mean, I never thought I'd find another one of us, and yet here you are. I'm so happy.
We should talk to the others.
There's still others too.
And his crazy eyes open wide, and he giant grin, and he's like, "Oh yes." Who are your friends? They cousins too?
Well, they're like family. They've saved my life more times than I can say, and I owe them as much as I owe any blood family. Sometimes there's bonds that are strong as blood, with honor and oaths, and they've proven themselves. And we've all had each other's backs for so long now that, well, I say they are family, yes.
So we're to build a new nest.
Maybe. The path is unclear to me at the moment, but it's getting clearer.
Let's take care of this one.
Is he referring to Ren?
Yeah, like holds up their arm.
It's like, well, Ren is part of the family.
Well, if we're all family, we can all bask in the joy what the mother brings. Come on.
Yeah.
Motion. So the
I
rest
was
of you
kind
are
of looking
following
around
into
her
the
bells like,
house.
eh? Are we doing this? We going? I guess. Yeah, let's go visit the mother, y'all.
He actually leads you into like through like a kind of a busted in kind of entryway room into a dining room where you hear song coming from like just little like do. And he leads you into a dining room. The and at the end of the table is sitting a woman. She kind of looks like an overdressed doll a little bit. She's got like a lace shawl. It's got like little feathers all over and little flowers stuck in. And she's kind of just like playing with her silverware and kind of singing a little song. And she looks up and she's got these like really like big sad eyes, like with the oversized. She's
Visible through her ears.
yeah, like looks at the brother and looks at you, and like her eyes don't change, but she also like gets this big smile on as he like kind of nods weirdly. She stands up and straightens herself. She's like, "Oh, just what? Come in. It must be dreadful out there." And she kind of takes Ren and is like, "You poor thing. Let's get you warm." She like rummages around. There's like pot like it's not a nice room. There's like piles of dusty clothes and just crap piled all over. And she like rummages through it and finds like looks like it might have been some sort of cool cape before. But she like puts this nasty thing around Ren's shoulders. Let's get you warm in here, mother. Mother will be bringing dinner soon. Don't worry, you're safe now. Just have a seat. Let's just wait. Dinner's coming. How do y'all react to that?
Oh man. I think Hugh just immediately says, "What's dinner? What's for dinner?"
God bites.
She says, "Mother provides. We're not to choose. We're just to accept her blessings."
Oh boy.
I think Hugh just says she doesn't notice her.
What's Zeph doing in all this?
Uh, uh, One thing I'm doing is just like not unsheathing my machete, but I am holding it. It's like, oh, okay, yes, yeah. I mean, if we're just talking here, I'll ask, where's the rest of the family? I kind of turn to Hugh, like, there's supposed to be a bunch of them, right?
I think Hugh
Cousins,
nods emphatically.
cousins flitting around somewhere, and who knows where baby got to.
Oh.
Playing with her silverware.
Such a bad place to be.
Yeah. Question. So,
And you hear, I think you hear like a coming from the other room.
That's probably nothing.
Yeah.
Squeaky hinge.
yeah. Oh. I mean, how much information can we get from people who are non-compos mentis, right?
And what can we do with the information? Like mechanically,
Yeah.
I assume it's just a crazy roll to
Right.
do whatever needs doing.
So, yeah, I guess another thing that I'm doing is trying to like take stock of what's flammable in the room.
I mean, the whole house,
Well,
pretty
that's
much.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess part of
Do any of you sit down at the dinner table?
Durin does.
I feel like I feel like I'm definitely like, just playing along for the moment,
Mhm.
Ren is
I
a
think
little naive.
being cool.
I think this is one of the few times Hugh does not jump in
Right.
to do the thing.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
he was usually sitting at the table eating. By
He
this point.
has already started eating.
Yeah,
I wish I
she
knew
also
some-
like there's a
Mm.
there's a cabinet that has like one of the doors has fallen off and the glass is broken out on the other side, and she like mimes opening the other side as she opens it up and starts like taking like chipped and broken plates out. You know, Dusty is like setting them on the table and arranging them just so.
I'm gonna do the great horror movie thing of like just going to the door and like opening it up by myself just to look in, like while everyone else is. So the room where the noise was coming from.
Yeah, fantastic.
I think
Yes.
Hugh is
Um,
like following close behind you on that.
Yeah, I think Ren has just been sat at the table and is like being
Being like-
served.
I think sister is just like she's put the like the one thing on you, and I think she's found like a little hat for you. Like, do you still have your beekeeper hat on right now?
Yeah.
Hat on
I
a
think
hat.
I think she takes it off of you if you allow her,
Oh.
and gets like a little pillbox hat and arranges it on your head a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is like like in the TV series, this would be the like first time we ever saw Ren's face.
Nice, yeah. Um,
Where do we find?
what is Ren's expression when we see their face for the first time?
I think they look curious at this situation. Where they're like, huh.
Yeah, I think sister is just delighted to have someone to play with right now. Um, so Zeph opens the door. What are you afraid the person perched on the banister might do when they see you?
Fall in love.
The real
Our
thing.
best.
I mean, that could be really bad.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Oh, gonna impregnate you the old-fashioned way with my eggs.
No.
I'm afraid they'll call me a corporate stooge again.
Aw.
Make fun of his
Uh,
tie.
That's just a
um,
given. That's
yeah. It's like, oh, like I'm gonna impregnate you, but also that ties ridiculous.
I'll impregnate you with insults as well.
It's
Uh,
ovipositing, y'all.
implanting. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I'm afraid. I mean, does anyone have an interesting hit? My only thing is like, oh, they're going to attack me. But I don't know. That's what I'm actually afraid of. Yeah, I
They
mean,
have your face.
I had to parse that through a couple different ways
Yeah.
before.
Right,
Yeah, that's true.
Zeph turns around and it's just Hellraiser. Great. I
Uh,
think this is gonna be a presence roll.
Yeah.
And there's no god involved right
Got the
now, so
same
it's just
face.
a straight up +1, I guess.
mhm. Got a 9.
A 9. Great. So they do not attack you. But
They do insult your tie.
God damn it. This is the last time. Killing Scoop by Zeph.
Oh, you know what? Actually, let's take a 5-minute break here.
Okay.
And we'll come back and see what he does.
Oh no.
Ugh.
See you in 5.
We'll be right back. righty. I see you. Yeah, so there is a so the door you opened leads to kind of like this central like where there was a stairway upwards, where there was a stairway upwards, and perched on the banister with bare feet, um, kind of a thin young man. Got like kind of wrapped up in like old robes and sheets. You can't see his hands. Um, and he's just kind of like squatting on the banister. Uh, he leaps at you and lands on a like a side table that is next to the door, and kind of like puts his head in around the door so he can like right up to your face. And before you can even like react to this weirdo in your face, um, you don't even see his hand move, and he's got your machete in his hand, and he says, "This is mine now," and jumps back over to the jumps back over to the banister, and looks into the dining room and sees the brother, and he's just like, "Mother won't like these intruders. She'll know." And kind of like looking over the machete. And then he dives off the banister, and as you kind of get your bearings here, you see that the roof is gone, and whatever was at the second story here is also gone, as is the floor. There's a hole that leads into the basement that he just leapt into with your machete. I'm going to mark off your machete until you get it back.
Are, uh, I'm picturing, so this was like the ruined grand entrance with like
Yeah,
the stairway
with the
up.
stair, and like the stairway still goes up, but like the stair ends where
Right.
like the roof caved in.
Mhm.
Stupid woman stole my cameo. He stole your machete. Mark's just taking all our shit.
That sounds like a good opportunity to disobey the mission and do something different.
Yeah.
that is a standard keeper move. Remove an item from their personal altar.
Um, is there a
Could have been
way
worse.
down to the cellar?
Say that again.
Is there a way down in this area to the cellar, or
Oh yeah, the hole
is
he
it,
just jumped through the floor.
is there a humanly accessible?
Oh,
or
you
like-
you don't see one. There might be
Okay.
one somewhere else in the house.
Yeah, yeah, or the storm cellar outside.
I imagine there's a door that leads down somewhere else as well. Great. So what are y'all doing? Well, sister plays with her new doll, and
Having a tea party, man.
brother's
First
just
happy day of my life.
lurking in the dining room.
Yeah. I'm going to come back into the dining room and say,
Now it's personal. No.
yeah, I'm gonna grab where? We're in the dining. Where is what are we in the dining room or the kitchen?
Dining room.
Where there were cabinets with, was that like yeah, people used to have their china and
Yeah.
glass
Sister already
sort of-
grabbed some china out of the cabinet there.
Okay.
But there's probably a drawer if you're looking for a knife or something.
Yeah, or frying pan or something. Yeah.
I don't know if that'd be a frying pan, but you can
Yeah,
find something,
yeah.
I'm sure.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna grab a knife.
Great. Out of the drawer.
Yeah.
That's probably like a steak knife size. You know.
Yeah. Well, then I'll take two.
Hate them to my hands.
Pick my
So we're like,
superhero name.
Guys, yes, I'm the best at what I do, and what I do is burn places down with electricity that I can't control.
Stick forks into sockets.
Yeah.
What is Sir Bastian Skelton doing at this moment?
Things just gotten awkward and he's tired of waiting. He thought something was going to happen.
Do you remember anything about the family home?
Which one you mean?
This one that you're in. It's been a long time since you've been here.
I don't feel like I do because I think, you know, when I was
You're probably
seeing all that,
young.
yeah, I thought I was making it all up, and now it's sort of weirdly familiar.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, I think I made all that up, right? I made all that up. It was just
Yeah,
bullshit.
you
I
haven't
was
been here
spouting.
since you were a kid, so it's probably hard to
Weird.
remember.
It's weird how I said
And as a distant relation, you might not have been there a
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
lot.
it's probably just for like a 4th of July or something, or
I
whatever
think-
the equivalent is.
I think Bastian stands up and goes, "My family, my blood family, my chosen family, time is of the essence. It is time for us. But we have brought the mother a show. We need to perform our show for the mother. That's why we're here. No more waiting. It's time for the show."
Before dinner?
Oh yes, you'll work up quite an appetite. Can you bring the mother here? Should we go to the mother? Should we bring the show
the
to the mother
mother's-
or bring the mother to the show?
The mother's coming with dinner.
Quickly.
I'm not waiting for this.
I
It's coming down to the cellar with me, is what I'm saying.
I think
that's
you just
incorrect.
like raised the finger.
Talking.
but Bastian can still attempt to do your own one-man show if you like.
No, I mean I'm definitely waiting till
I'll be in your show with you, I think. I'm usually in it whether I mean to or not.
No
True,
matter how
true.
far away you
definitely
matter
waiting
how far
till
away.
definitely waiting till mother's in the audience.
Mhm. Cool. Is anyone going with Zeph to the basement?
You co-sign.
Great.
I think at that point Bastian feels like he has to. He's like, God damn it, people.
So good. And apparently I still have to be vulnerable at some point.
Oh fuck. Oh yeah, I need to disobey.
Oh, yeah,
Haven't
should
actually
we
done that.
quickly check?
That's a
in?
good point.
Oh, that's right.
Disobey.
I mean, this
disobey
is the
monologue.
local community, so technically I think I've reached out to the local community.
I think you're part of it now.
Become part of the
Exactly.
problem. Yeah.
So Zeph, as you kind of look over the and the hole is probably about 8-ish feet across in the floor here in the entryway. You look down at the nest. It's, you know, hover 8-9 feet down, 8-10 feet down, however deep the floor is. There's a hollow shelter kind of dug out in this pile of wreckage. It's like lined with old tarps and clothing and scraps, like furniture, cushions, and insulation, and like moss and twigs and dead leaves and scraps of fur. And like when you look up, you see like it's just an opening through the middle of the house down to here. And this is a paint the scene for everyone who is coming down. The skeletons seem to have reverted to their most basic animal instincts. What fragments of their humanity have they managed to cling to?
Hmm.
The same one as the pigs.
Hmm. Fragments of their, and we see evidence of this in the
In the basement.
In the
the
nest,
basement.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they're nested in the basement.
Yeah. Or there is a nest in the basement.
I think. Oh no. Hmm.
I think there's a phonograph in records.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say there's like magazines kind of like it's just like a huge nest, but there's like magazines kind of scattered throughout.
I
Nice.
think the door jam that we're passing through has lines and years,
Mhm.
but it stops pretty short, and there's a rudimentary sketch of an owl
Nice.
cutting it off.
Yeah. Uh, Gosh, I want to say like hidden, hidden somewhere. Until we uncover it, is like a little family shrine, just
Mm.
to non-owl gods. Just like
Ooh.
just like the typical gods you'd have in a farm.
Mhm. Like regular
A
fertility gods and
like a
whatnot.
sun god, a little rain god, a little, just a little,
And probably Sweet Jolly Crunch Tooth at this point, because
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. But there's the Sweet Jolly Crunch Tooth catalog,
right.
and yeah.
Great. And you see the cousin down there, kind of squatted in the nest, still inspecting the machete. He's actually got it like he's got it wrapped in his foot somehow, like he's kind of like got it between his toes, and he's just kind of like looking at it and turning it over and like trying to read both sides of it. And you see there's something else moving down there. You're not sure exactly what. It's hard to make out. It's kind of like rummaging around. How do you want to get down there? You can just
Oh,
jump down.
there are no steps. Or there's no
Mm-mm,
staircase.
mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope,
Yeah.
something just busted a hole in the floor, and
Yeah.
I
Understood.
mean, there might be
there
some
might be stuff
other
somewhere else.
internal stairs off of the
Mhm.
I
kitchen
mean,
or
sure.
hallway.
Yeah, surely there was an actual way to the basement.
Yeah.
Only there was
And
a
you
play
saw
about
there's
stairs.
there's doors to a storm cellar outside as well. You could probably get through that way if you want to go outside again. It's probably safe to do that.
What could go wrong?
Let's
Yeah.
journey to another location.
Bye.
Well, we can't stay. We're full.
Have a great dinner.
Great to visit with the family, but
We'll be
Dream of
back to solve
proposing.
this case later. We're gonna go figure out something else.
yeah. I guess the storm cellar, if we don't see any other way in.
Yeah, that would be my suggestion.
Works for me, because Sebastian's certainly not going to jump down a hole.
Without a rigging, flying
Yeah.
rig.
Exactly.
Family reunion.
Not without an audience.
Um,
Some training and rehearsal.
are you going out the way you came, or are you going out the front door?
What's the quickest way to a storm cellar doors?
Probably the same.
I would probably go back the way we came, just to
Cool.
I
Makes
was
sense.
following stuff.
avoid new places.
Um,
Yeah.
Steph, what are you afraid might be waiting for you outside? You didn't see
Oh.
coming in.
Oof.
The mother.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Great. Yeah, she's not there yet, so I'm not going to do Is It Worse yet. But I think since you decided that, I think this is going to be a communion roll.
Mhm.
So let's do a communion roll for you. Do you want to add anything to make that -1 a little bit better? Your charge up?
I was gonna say, I could.
You definitely could.
I can't think of anything. There's no electricity in this house.
No, there's no electricity in this house.
Was there ever electricity in this house?
You know, I don't know that there would have been.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Blasphemous.
I am. I am. I am filled with divine fury, or aggravation.
Great.
Divine peak. Yes. So I'll click my last charge.
Cool. So we'll do the charge roll first. Oh, look, it lights up and everything. That's nice. When the charge track is
Okay.
full and the arc of raw divine current erupts from your body, roll with vitality.
Okay. So this is my charge.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna roll with +1. Zap zap.
Okay. So that's with vitality. I have a +1. And I got a 5.
And that's a 5. Fantastic.
Okay.
On a miss, you are transformed into an immortal saint of divine current. Describe it and then retire this character. What does it look like when Zeph turns into a divine immortal saint of electricity in this wooden house?
Oh,
Oh no.
Gentle suggestion implicit.
yeah. Does everyone feel okay retiring all the characters right now?
Let's write it
TTK.
down.
Roll up new ones.
Well, yeah. Of course, once you apply electricity to a swamp, it
All
turns
watchers.
back into a meadow. Okay, what verse do
Well,
I like?
describe the transformation first. I want to see
What
hear what
it
this looks
would
like.
be?
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be like a flickering film of just like human body, just electric blob, human body, electric blob, until there were more electric blob frames.
Frames.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that it would just be a big fireball or
Nice.
EMP, I guess, maybe.
Shoot off into the sky.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you want to do it first instead. Boring. Okay.
I want to have an electric ball as my friend.
Well, someday.
Someday.
What verse would you like to use?
Wait a minute. Wait, is this me? Flashback to the time. Listen to you for the first time. Oh, right. Okay. Yes. Gosh, I really well. Okay. Now the prophecy ones I have to do in order, right?
Yeah, it sounds like a great time for a whispered psalm. You can
Yeah.
also use the assignment move or the assignment verse if you like.
Oh, what's the assignment verse?
The assignment verse is on the assignments tab.
Each custodian recalls a time they insulated themselves from the cruel uncertainties of the outside world, and what gave them solace in the darkness. Well,
It's up to you.
I like that just because it uses the word insulate, but
It will be available for
yeah,
just in case something else happens.
I don't know. How do you guys feel? You want to do the
What are the choices again? Whispered Psalm and
Or the assignment move.
the assignment
Or assignment verse.
which
what was the
requires us all to do something.
what was the assignment verse for
Each
Dreaming
custodian,
Nest?
the verse of the Dreaming Nest, line 53. Each custodian recalls a time they insulated themselves from the cruel uncertainties of the outside world. What gave them
Oh.
solace in the darkness.
Okay, I could roll with that.
Cool.
Yeah, I haven't used an assignment verse
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
You make
Yeah.
work.
Cool. Hit it. And we don't need to do this now, but if folks want to do it now, you totally can. I think it's Zeph's call.
Oh. Yeah, why don't we do it now? Just because we've got
Each custodian recalls the time they insulated themselves from the cruel uncertainties of the outside world and what gave them solace in the darkness.
I think for Zeph, what I got picked on in school, and one time I as a teenager came home and no one was around because I came home in the middle of the day. I just left school, and I came home in the middle of the day, and I thought no one was there, and I just started playing on mom's piano. First I was just banging, and then it started to turn into a song, and then I was playing a song that, you know, she had taught me. And then at some point I turned around and realized that she was there watching. Yeah. So family and music for me.
I think for Hugh, we drop in on a point where he's an adult, a little younger than we see him now, and just looks, I think, yeah, we see him kind of, he looks in rough shape. He's not in the robes or the clothes you would associate with being a true follower of the waxen scrivener. And he hears some music close by, and starts kind of half singing the song that it's playing to himself. And then we realize that he is kind of on the edge of it's a like group of performers that are I think it's like an itinerant thing and sort of a wandering circus thing, and they're taking down some of the buildings and getting ready to move on, but a group of them are by a fire playing music and singing, and they catch Hugh singing along with them, and Hugh is just kind of like a spooked animal, but they wave him over and give him something to eat, and they all continue singing. Yeah. Oh, and I think that's there are shrines and prayer marks for the Watcher throughout.
Mm-hmm.
That might have even been what the song was related to.
I think for Sebastian, he's early teens probably, and he's like on the playground, and it's just he's trying to do a thing. He's like, all right, and now we're going to do a play. He's trying to get the other kids back. So you're going to be a sailor. You work at the docks, and you're going to be the boat captain. And they're just like, I'm a sailor. And the guy's like, oh, go drive my boat into you. He's like, no, what?
Oh, this is
Stop
an
that.
improv class. Got it.
Keep them right here. Come on.
And eventually they're all like, they're obviously not taking direction there. They think this is stupid. And they're like, shut up. We're not going to do a stupid play. We're going to throw a ball around. And then, it's the first time that, he gets that sense that he gets when the Watcher is disappointed. He's like, oh, I didn't do good. And so he retreats to the library, and he checks out every play the library has, and then just spends like the next week in his room just reading plays, educating himself, just immersing himself in the plays and reading them. His mom will like bring meals to the room for him while he's recovering and just having some alone time with his plays.
And then I think we see Ren dressed very, very fancily. And like banging open the door of a bank and just screaming back, like, I wish I'd never been born into this family. And then going on, running off into like an alley, where she's crying, or they're crying. And they can kind of see over to a couple buildings over where someone's washing windows, but they're washing the windows and making art out of it, like just playing and like stealing joy from a job that should be boring. A job that they had been taught was beneath them, but looked like it had so much life in it. And there's like some kind of chalk rocks in the alleyway that Ren is in. And so they start picking them up and just making doodles on the walls. And you see them kind of smile to themselves.
Nice. Cool. So that brings us up to a 7 to 9. So you do not turn into a ball of lightning. On 7 to
Or we
9,
had
you
a ball of lightning for friend.
you can unmark all your charge boxes and choose one. You probably don't want a clue. So does the divine lightning discharge safely, or are mechanical objects nearby unaffected and do not become a danger?
Discharge safely.
Cool.
Bzz, 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 bzz.
So we've established there's no electricity in the house. Hmm.
Well played, Ben.
Excellent. But I think there is like there an arc of raw current erupting from your body and kind of arcing out across the farmyard. Um, yeah, you're outside now, and whoever else went with you is outside. And you get to the storm cellar doors. They're not only unlocked but kind of broken up, and you can easily just push them aside. What piece of farm equipment was turned on when you hit that?
Oh, jeez.
And I guess the tractor would be the
Yeah, exactly.
most obvious.
Yeah, and it's you get to the doors, you're like, cool, we're going in. And you hear behind you this like screeching of metal and chugging, and it's kind of at the edge of the forest. And we can see that it's an old tractor. It's got like a tilling things on it on the back of it. And it's like covered over with vines. One of the wheels is gone. It's like totally rusted over, but it is crackling with electricity, and you can kind of like you see it kind of like pull itself free from the vines and roots that the forest has kind of been claiming it. And it's not, you would expect a tractor of this vintage to be spewing some sort of fuel or whatever, but it is not. It's just like it's got that electricity crackling around it, and it is slowly grinding its way towards the house. What would you all like to do?
Dirty on the tractor.
Ride the tractor into the basement.
Hi, Bunny. What would you like to do?
I mean, I think my instinct is to walk down to the basement.
Yeah. And it leads pretty much right into it's a single big room down there. I think there's one corner that's kind of like looks like maybe there's like some storage, like a root cellar, or like where if they were canning stuff or something, it would be. But the bulk of it is taken up by the nest. And you see the cousin with the machete still kind of just like hanging out in the middle there. But since you walked on first, you hear something scrabbling around in the detritus around the nest, and you see it's there's light coming in, kind of illuminating the nest, but I think from that corner where there was it looks like root storage or something, you hear something sort of like scrabbling towards you, smallish, and you hear kind of like making little like high pitched like cooing noises
Oh
almost.
no.
you like to do?
Run back up the stairs.
Bump into everyone else coming down.
Yeah, so I guess that doesn't work.
What are the rest of you doing?
Okay, and I have a vitality of 0.
I think that Ren had just like since they all went down to the basement, Ren had started kind of like following, but kind of in a daze.
Mm.
Because they're just like trying to process what had been happening while they were being like served tea.
You got your weird little and like I think you were served like there's like a dusty cracked teacup with no tea in it.
Yeah.
Put in front of you, and like the sister like picks up an old dusty teapot and just mimes pouring tea into it and pushes it
Yeah,
towards
because
you.
I think that Ren was like in a fawning state and was like, okay, just give these people whatever they need. I'll play the part of their dolly or whatever. But once they all went down to the basement, kind of snapped out of it, and then I think it's just been kind of following along.
What about Sebastian?
Got half a plan, but I can't concoct the other half.
Oh.
I'm stuck on the second half of the plan. So we're heading down the basement. Now Hugh is heading back up.
You saw something creepy down there and decided to leave.
And so what Ren was doing? What did you just keep going down? What's everybody's status in traveling to the basement?
Who went through the storm doors?
I get the impression it was Hugh went down first, probably Zeph behind, and then Hugh came up and was like, nope. And Ren is kind of toddling along after.
I think Ren had just like stood up at that point and then like, okay, I guess we're not going.
Where
all right, well, before we go in,
yeah,
I have a plan.
Playtime.
Yes, I'm brewing a play in my mind, but the question still remains: what is our new destination? Where do we want this entity to go?
There's some weird Tweety thing down there.
We're looking for a weird Tweety thing.
He eyes the storm doors warily.
I think the brother has come out with you, kind of like, I'm here to help out Sebastian. Y'all are being really weird. I'm not sure what to do.
Who'd you say has come out?
The brother that you met initially.
First person we met.
The one that you convinced you were family so hard that you became family.
Yes. I need to know how my play ends. What new purpose do we give the mother? We know we want to get her out of here, but where do we want her to go? Where's the new nest? What's her new purpose going to be? I have no ending to my play.
And the brother doesn't proffer anything, I assume. So
yeah, he's like,
I don't know nothing about no theater.
We hang out here, and the mother brings us food, and everything's great.
Oh no!
Oh no!
It's his view is it is dangerous outside. It is safe in here.
Well, the floating market does need protection.
It does, but I was trying to figure out like what's the attraction for Dusk Mother?
Yeah.
How do we convince her that that's a good place to be or whatever? Because like, do we need to convince her there's a better place to nest, or do we need to convince her like maybe that she doesn't need to nest anymore? She needs a new purpose aside from nesting.
Does the Dusk Mother like feeding on other gods?
So the assignment instructions say resolve the assignment by freeing the angel from the skeleton family and showing it somewhere else so it can protect instead. So
Okay.
sounds like a two-step plan.
Oh no. So how is it imprisoned by the skeleton family at this point? Or restrained? That might be a
Vice
thing to
versa.
ask the brother. Like, how are you keeping this this owl around here?
we ain't keeping it, it's keeping us. We're out hunting, and first we found, leave things at our doorstep. Once the orchard dried up, we had a little vegetable patch to keep us going, but things were getting mighty thin. We just prayed and prayed and prayed that something would save us. She came. She came and brought us food from the forest, fed us, and then we saw her. She came in like a dark angel and just made our home her home. Takes care of us like we're her own, and we are. That's why I'm saying it's no good outside. The mother provides for everyone.
Okay, so yeah, hmm, I'm not sure how to obey the letter of the assignment then. That's freeing the angel from the
Everyone
skeleton
here
family.
seems happy. They love it.
Hmm. Oh, yeah. I was going to add some more details to the resolution there.
So if we killed all the skeletons, that would free
I mean, that would probably
Dust
do
Mother.
it.
If we,
That's your department, electricity boy.
I mean, they're happy, but they're not in a position to make contracts. You can't, you can't,
Can't
can't
sign them up
sign
for an
away.
electricity bill.
no, I just mean like you can't sign up.
Under duress.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
they are
Saint
no
Electric would never do that.
Well, I mean, if the duress was also limited to this house, but we were called in because things are happening in the area. So the Dust Mother's protection needs to be generalized, maybe, or if we were to obey the letter of the assignment.
And to go back to the assignment, the danger is that you've been instructed to, if taking care of this one way or the other, or else the influence of the Dusk Mother will continue to expand through the region.
Hmm. I really want to crack this, but
Yeah. I mean, maybe the problem is that the Dust Mother, like owls don't have such big families, right? And the skeleton family being such a big and ever-growing clan, just stressed the
More and
mother
more every
out.
day, it seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem I'm stuck on. Like I've got a show, I've got this part of the story where I'm trying to convince her to leave this place, but I don't fucking know what I'm trying to convince her to do after that. If I do convince her to leave, then she's like, okay, great. And then what? I'm like,
Bye.
I didn't write that part of the story.
And the Dust Mother god is kind of like the protector of the forest. This angel has kind of decided to take the skeletons under their wings.
oh, this is one particular angel of the Dusk
Yeah,
Mother.
it's not
Right,
the
yeah.
Dusk Mother.
Yeah, this is just Mother. There's that.
Hmm.
Funny.
So you're asking about a different, what places have we seen so far? Like there's Gladych, there's whatever that town is that has the military saint.
Right, the one you haven't been to yet.
But clearly that place needs protection.
It sure does. There's the town here, town of Weft. There's the meat processing plant, which is
Just trying to point gods at each other, right?
Right.
And then it all balances.
Yeah,
that-
that way
the
the
floating
dust feather
market.
won't
There's
spread
the
if it's
place from the original, the first assignment.
What was that? Oh man,
The plant
the
building.
Hungering
with the-
Roots.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. I had just forgotten about Lucas.
Oh no. There is Lucas's childhood home.
Did
Wait,
did
okay,
Ren
yeah.
ever meet? Did Ren ever meet Lila, the one who stole the locket?
I don't think so.
I think kind of in your days.
The owl need to hunt down Lila.
I think you see
The locket.
you see that you
From
see
the
the
nest.
maiden at the corner of the woods, and I think even though it's kind of midday, there's like a gloom over the woods. It's not that there's clouds, but just like the sky seems darker, and you see the maiden at the edge of the woods, and you sort of get hit with this vision of a young woman trying to pawn off a few things. Uh, an old watch, a locket, um, uh, a set of keys, and a little red book. And whoever is like at the pawn shop, they give her some small amount of regular currency or irregular currency for the other items. But when she tries to like insist, like you can just see her like waving the book at them, and them going like no. And it flashes to her alone somewhere, and you just get a close up of her face, and it's all just like got third-degree burns, just blisters all over it. And then the maiden's veil comes down over her face, and you kind of snap back. Just something that happens while you're waiting.
Yeah. What a day. Yeah, I think Ren gives a little yelp. Like, "Huh."
I assume that mother is incoming, like bringing
That's what
stuff back.
they seem to be saying.
I might be starting to formulate an idea. Where did we end up? What did we end up doing with the Hungering Roots? We relocated it, right? Somewhere
Yeah,
else.
you moved it to the building that was burned out
Oh yeah.
because the charcoal was good for it.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe you could convince the owl to go there and have a symbiotic relationship. The flora protects the fauna protects the flora. So the owl could also nest in that building, and the plant would help keep things away from the building, and the owl could help keep things away from the plant. It's the best idea I've had.
Ecology. Yeah.
An endless supply of vegetation.
Yeah, just cram all those gods into one spot. It'll be fine.
Just point them all at each other.
Exactly. Symbiotic relationship.
In the meantime, what are y'all doing?
Oh man.
Reading about owls.
Fair.
Sorry, I
Yes.
got distracted.
Yeah. That's the problem with.
You introduce an owl and you don't expect me to look at the social
Yeah,
I got,
distancing
like,
behavior
facts
of along
I
your
do,
owls.
You know that like that well, there's something someone says about writing where it's like, oh, if you introduce a gorilla in a phone booth and just move past it, like everyone's gonna be like, wait, what about the gorilla? And with us, it's just like, there's an owl. Like, there's an interesting mushroom here. Like, what am I supposed to do? You told us there's
Did
a
you
mushroom.
know?
Did you know? I know a lot of types of mushrooms.
Yeah. Like, look, you're the one who introduced there being a mushroom here. It's like, hold on. Nobody said there was a mushroom here. You just,
So I think Hugh is gently trying to close the storm doors behind him.
And they don't close all the way.
Yeah.
They're half broken.
I think I've tried to keep them open. Like,
Oh,
no,
no.
I want my machete. I went through a lot to get that.
I'm like telling Zeph very vaguely about the creature that's down there, or not vaguely. I think he's inventing lots of details about
And
size
it was
and
15
breadth.
feet long, razor sharp teeth.
Head of a snake, body of
I'll
a
turn-
different snake.
I'll turn to brother.
Mhm.
Your cousin stole my property.
Well, if we're all family, it's family property, ain't it? I mean, you can
Well-
try to take it from him, but he gets real particular about his shiny things.
You could electrify that metal of the machete.
Oh no.
I cut a button off his shirt.
You got a button off of the brother shirt.
Yeah. I have steak
How were
knives.
you
What
afraid
am I
he might react to that?
I'm afraid he won't understand. Well, I'm afraid he'll take something else of mine.
Yeah, I think he might have just also just haul off and hit you.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, I don't mind that so much. What if he?
What is the significance of the button?
What if he? I just want something of his.
Okay, great. I think this is going to be a presence test, not a test, a move for a veiled move. So yeah, just roll 1 die plus 1. Or 2 dice plus 1. Sorry, it's real bad. Just 1.
Yeah. Or since I used a charge, do I get advantage on my next roll?
Oh, that was the what was outside roll. Did you get that roll? Did we do that at
No.
all?
No.
Okay, well, let's throw it on this one then. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we did not do that outside roll. We didn't need to.
Can't wait to read the AI report of this. Like, Zeph, like, we're just not helping at all.
That's a 9, right?
Yeah.
Right. 4 and 4 plus 1 is 9. So yeah, I think his shirt is all like ragged and fucked up anyway. I think he's like, all right, this is a weird outsider thing. The tractor has been slowly advancing. Who does it run into? Or who and what does it run it? Who and or what does it run into?
Oh, I mean,
Oh, you know what? No, brother is so bemused by what you're doing, it runs over him.
No,
no.
brother.
Yeah, and he just like it's kind of like screeching, like it's a little bit horrifying coming up because it's just like coursing with electricity and screeching metal behind him, and he's just kind of like looking at you, trying to figure out what's going on with his big old crazy eyes. And he's just like, the rest of you just see it coming up, and yeah, he gets run down over it. Right, he runs over him, and he goes down with a scream. And I think you see Sister's face in the window. What? What would y'all like to do there?
Oh my god.
I'm yelling places,
Great.
Oh shit.
flinging the doors open.
To the basement.
The basement.
Uh-huh. Places,
Great.
everyone, prepare to play your parts.
Like Red has been like screaming a little bit at the sky. Like, ah!
Yeah, and the sky is getting like darker, even though it's not cloudier.
Yeah.
And
Ah!
I then charge into the basement with authority and go, "We bring to you a tale of the Dusk Mother's servant by the esteemed skeleton players. Once there was a most majestic owl angel," and I point at Rin. "Most majestic owl angel
What the fuck do you do to my body? Okay.
who came and found a country family that she adopted as her own." And then I'll like point it at Hugh and Zeph, country family. Country family. She provided for them, bringing them all the sustenance they needed. It all seemed well. However, being a servant of a god, over time she had a secure place to raise her family. But in sequestering herself for security, the world began to forget about her. And the world began to forget about the God she served. And her power and her presence began to wane. And she thought to herself, there does come a time when every fledgling must leave the nest for new adventures to explore the world. And that's when she came upon a group of friendly players who brought her a show. They told her many wonderful tales, including of another god they once helped, a plant-based god, who is now ensconced in a building in whatever the fuck that town's name is. However,
I think it was just a small town outside of Clottage. I don't think it had a name.
However, plants, stationary, not good at defending themselves. They ever in danger from the encroaching dangers of the most horrific danger, mankind. However, this building, this plant, was a very roomy building. The plant had its defenses to be able to keep things away from the building, thus making it possibly a good nesting place. The owl mother realized what a wonderful symbiotic relationship it could be to have a home that she could protect the plant, and the plant could protect her and her children and her home. And then, then the tales would spread. The tales would spread of the owl mother and the dusk mother that she served. And as the tales spread, of course, the gods eat well on such words. There was a time to leave the skeleton nest and for the skeleton chapter to close, but for a new and more exciting power and chapter to begin. To be told in yet another show somewhere in the future of the owl and the fucking, what kind of plant was it?
Hungering Roots.
The owl and the hungering roots.
And just mumbling it.
Other custodians who want to play along can contribute a single detail to the monologue. What would you like to add if you want to be a part of it?
And then you get advantage if we all.
You get a +1 to the roll if everyone participates.
Okay. And is it a roll with presence?
Yes.
Okay.
So this will be +4.
Oh, wow.
And
I'll be in your
plus-
play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to think of a detail to add. I think it's like a vision of the same land that we're on, except the barn has been razed to the ground, and the woods have just taken over. Everything is covered in mushrooms, and we see like one last prayer mark for the Dusk Mother, kind of gradually getting overrun with a shelf fungus or something.
Yeah, I'll contribute the detail about the skeletons themselves as other fledglings needing to spread their wings and form their own nests and leave this home for the chance to start their own.
So I'm adding a detail to the monologue.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see. There's a particular type of bloom that the Hungering Roots makes that the young of the Dusk Mother like really like
Nice.
a delicacy. And so we just see like a beautiful little flower open up like Fantasia style, and then like a little
Can
Great. So
I
you,
on this roll? Can I use an item to get advantage? I can't remember if that's limited.
sure, yeah.
I know that's probably totally overkill when I've already got +4, but it just feels apropos that I hold up the bottle of fungal sap
Nice.
retrieved and be like, and this
Hmm.
will lead you to your new promised land. And I lay the fungal sap as an offering to the
All right.
owl
So you're
lady.
gonna roll 3 dice. I'll take the top 2 and add 4.
Hmm.
I got a good feeling about this one.
Okay, 3 dice, top 2, add 4.
3 ones.
9 plus 4.
That's a 13. Oh yeah! That will definitely do it. Cool. On a hit, some detail about the world from your performance is now true. Say what it is. What part of the performance comes true?
Does it need to be more than? I mean, obviously that the owl is like, yes, it's a fucking great plan. I will do that. I am gonna go take up residence in a symbiotic relationship with that root.
All right. Yeah.
I didn't disappoint the watcher.
You didn't disappoint the watcher. And in fact, the watcher is entertained for now.
Oh, and I
Any
totally
custodian with the condition a disappointment may clear it. All custodians who participated in the scene may take the condition inspired.
I already have inspired.
I thought I did, but I guess I used it because I don't have it.
I
listed
should have
there.
used mine. I did not.
How do we use an inspired?
You just clear it and take
Oh,
advantage.
clear advantage.
It's like a free advantage on a roll.
Yeah.
I want.
It's free, except it takes up a
Well, it takes a
condition slot,
yeah.
which means that you can only
Until
take
you
2
use it.
conditions before you need to.
Oh, cool.
So it's a plus, but it takes up a thing that could be used as soak damage, basically.
But you can always blow it on a roll.
Yeah.
Try to find a clue real quick and blow it. Free up a slot.
Let's go on a journey.
So I think this is a paint the scene for everyone. How does the forest or sky change over the next few minutes that indicates that the angel has left, or the
Okay.
house.
Oh,
I guess.
I think we see a flock of birds fly overhead,
Mhm.
and we realize that we have not seen a single bird in the sky
Oh, nice.
until now.
I think already what was the tiny fenced-in vegetable garden, like some green has spread outside that. There's a larger patch of green now that's starting to extend outside of the vegetable garden.
Mm. From the fungal growth.
Well, you would just that was the detail I had earlier. There was that one green patch among all the rotting shit.
Yeah.
Now there's like more life sprouting, less rotting shit.
Mm. I would think it'd be more rotting shit.
Oh, it'd be more rotting. So it'd be the
now
vegetable
that
garden.
now the angel has gone, the angel's protection has left the forest.
Oh, got you. Well, then maybe
Yeah.
the vegetable garden is now also rotting shit.
Yeah. Gross.
The other way. Got you.
Well, definitely gets lighter again, right?
Yeah, sky lightens up. Ren.
Do we also start to hear the skeletons be like
Oh yeah, they're gonna react to that.
yeah.
Oh no.
Ren, what changes?
Here you go. I think that there you start seeing like mycelial mats start climb up this fireplace.
Nice. What are the four of you doing as these changes are happening?
I think I could go. That's the show. Time to go.
I think as you do it, like you turn and the brother is there, and he's gotten raked over by the tractor.
Oh no.
And he just gets in your face. He just goes, "Oh no, what have you done?"
Oh no.
I think we'll cut it there. Great. Let's go ahead and go through the end of session questions.
Oh jeez.
I definitely didn't do that second one, I think.
No, I forgot mine constantly.
Yeah, we'll do rewards next time.
You do a good
so-
monologue fire.
So yeah, do your let's start off with Ren. Answer your questions.
We complete the assignment?
Technically, yes. I'm gonna wait until next time to do the rewards after we get out of the skeleton farm.
Sorry, I'm
But-
trying to hold down there.
But is that a yes for that question?
Let's mark it. What do you think we should do? Do you want to mark it this time so we don't forget, or mark it next time
I mean,
after we do
it
the
feels
rewards?
like it's complete. I mean, even though we still have to escape, it feels like the assignment, we've completed the assignment, haven't we?
True. Let's wait till next time, and we'll get the XP there. How about that? Once we get out of the up to safety. I'll make a note for it.
I'm having trouble getting the little link to work. Can you tell me what row the questions are on?
Row 58.
Thank you. The little link's not working. Did we complete an assignment? We just decided we're doing it next time.
Mhm.
Did I engage with a god, angel, or other divine manifestation?
You told it to fuck off before it showed up, so squandered.
I think we did, or we
Wait,
did.
isn't that what we just did? Weren't we just engaging with it?
I thought we
I-
were just
I think-
chatting with one.
You just avoided interacting with it by telling it to go away. Like you narrated it not being there.
Oh, see, I
So-
thought by performing the show for it, I thought that was an interaction with it.
Well, the show is for the watcher, and the watcher said, "Oh yes, that detail is true. We're going to
Oh.
remove that angel from your presence.
Oh,
So
I
I guess
totally
I think
misunderstood how that
you
worked.
I think you're going to get that for doing the play.
Right,
Or
right.
I don't know. Is what do y'all feel like?
That
Do you feel
feel- I
like
mean,
being
I'm
part of the
fine
play
with
is
that.
interacting with the watcher? Yeah, I mean, since you all risked getting the disappointment,
That's
I think
true. Yeah.
I think you can all take that then. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, I can go either way.
Yeah, for
Um,
interacting with the watcher.
Everybody who had blood in the game.
Yeah.
Despite everything Ren is about, I did not undermine the orders of my superiors. I just,
Like
I actually
persistent
did.
efforts.
Yeah, I just actually followed the assignment this time, which is not usually the thing I do. And then I did a little monologue. So that's 2.
Cool. Zeph?
Yeah. Engage with the god. I did not deliver a monologue.
You had your chance.
I'm,
But usually for
I'm-
comedy,
I'm
and it was
happier with the
great.
joke. I'm gonna say. I'll take the joke over the XP. And it was a Zeph-like position to take, I think. I don't really think I undermine the orders of my superiors or use the assignment to pursue personal interest. And unfortunately, there's no end of session question. That's just, did you bumble around without accomplishing anything? So yeah,
What
Mr.
are
One for
Zeph's
me.
personal interests? Oh, that's what
Yeah,
you were asking earlier.
yeah.
What are my hobbies, guys?
Bastard.
Right. I still don't quite understand why we didn't complete the assignment, but we didn't. We didn't cover an angel, and I delivered a monologue, and I definitely went out of my way to connect with the community, so much so that I think I'm related to them now.
So much that you are, in fact, related to them now.
Reality is
You
selfish.
you did, in fact, grow up with them. Yes. And you.
I engaged with a god, angel, or other divine manifestation, and I delivered a monologue at the top of the thing, but I did not get around to being vulnerable with anybody.
Vulnerable.
Great. Cool. Let's go back around and do stars and wishes, starting with Peter.
Let's see. I want to give a star to Heath for figuring out a way to move the because my brain was just seized up on that. So that was wonderful for us to jump in. And also a star for we had a performance without the disappointment outcome. That was lovely.
Mhm.
Yay.
Yeah, and a star for Nick for persistently trying to find ways to get Ren to undermine things, which sort of became a running gag in and of itself. And Ben for blowing up Zeph, letting us see the first. Is that the first one of us becomes a saint outcome we've
Yeah, I
seen?
think so. Yeah, because you discharged before, but I think that's the first time you
Yeah.
failed it.
Yeah.
That's
Hmm.
cool.
Yeah, and I think stars for everyone for just making the truth about the Dusk Mother worse and worse and worse. It felt like every time we were like, so you're saying, and then we would restate it and add some other detail that made it more hellish. And then the wishes, I'd really like to drop in on the military, the guard saint, and
For
see what's
sure.
going on over there. And yeah, I'd love to swoop back in on yeah, just check out the other ones, see what's going on with
Mhm.
the other one. We worked out a solution for the floating market, right? We just haven't.
Yeah,
you
we've
need
got
to-
it. We just got to do it.
Yeah,
you
so
talk
it's
to
like
the,
there are
other folks.
lots of fun things in the offing. So I look
Yeah.
forward to those. And I think that's it. And I just want to be better about remembering my end of session question. So challenging for me.
Sweet. Let's go to who's next back there? Heath.
Yeah, I like this all staying together. It's always more fun to me, even though it's also fun when we split up in a different way. But I like when the team sticks together and everybody charactered real hard. It's always fun. And And yeah, it felt, it felt like a good team effort where everybody was, we're all throwing in and building, and yeah, we're solving a thing, and not being disappointment, and wishes. It's tough because yeah, we should really go visit the military one, but it's like, oh, but all we got to do is wrap up that other one. It sucks. Both of the above. Get my fucking locket back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think definitely Bastard's obsessed with this woman who stole his locket. It's like a personal thing now. He's like, whoa. He's a little obsessed when he's wronged, I think. Yeah, I think that's it.
Cool. And Ben.
Yeah. Stars for everyone. I enjoyed Cletus at first and like trying to communicate and misunderstand each other.
Oh yeah, we don't have
And
a car.
yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I stars for that freewheeling discussion. Yes, like Peter said, making everything worse. Yeah, stars for Heath for digging into your character powers. There's something that happened last week where you said something about like, oh, like, yeah, like things work out better if you do the thing that your character is good at or something. Like there was a role that was like playing to my strengths for once or something. I was like, yeah. So yeah, stars for that. Yeah, I think yeah, stars all around. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
Wishes as usual, more and better sleep.
Yeah.
In the
Weekly
game,
prayer.
right. Yeah, wishes to see how we, yeah, no, I want to see more of how we make the world better. In quotes, let's say better. Yeah, yeah, those are my wishes.
Cool. And Nick.
Yeah, star for having been back.
Uh,
Star for
Yeah.
pointing the gods at each other. I'm
Sure,
sure
that'll
that
work
will
out
never
great.
backfire, ever.
They'll cancel each other out, keep each other in check.
And I like how we play games like this where we're like, we will take the tone seriously in the moments and the
Ooh.
scenes, and then we solve the mystery in the silliest way. I'm here. I really liked, this is a really creepy episode. And I agree with everyone about like the way we were piling on the creepiness. Yeah, like that we all stayed together. And I want to check on the battle scene. I'm so curious about what's happening there and so scared. And to figure out what happened to our station wagon.
Who took it with Cletus?
Yeah, who took our Cletus? Cletus would never harm us. And I also wish I knew how Hugh got spongified. I don't remember what happened there.
We went through the sponge rotted part of the food.
Oh
Yeah.
yes. Okay. Yeah, those are all my wishes.
Cool. Yeah, playing the skeletons is really fun. I hope we get to see more in the my wish. I hope we get to see in the basement more before we leave.
Oh no.
I think I have an idea of what's happening now the mother's gone. Yeah, super fun all around. Good use of powers for everyone, I think. And yeah, my only wish is to see where y'all go next. That's it.
And a big star for your edits right before breaks.
Oh yeah.
A lot of excellent, like, no,
But
I don't
no.
want to break. Do that on purpose.
Yeah.
It's good.
Cool. Anything else before we say goodbye to the internet?
Say goodbye to the internet.
Goodbye, internet.
Bye,
Thanks for
Internet.
watching.